over. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yep. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, GMS Charlotte back at you with another live camp through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, before we get started, we want to say, Call Allah,
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Rakakadas.
All right, double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth.
That's right.
Double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
All right, and we're in the time of the Pesach, the Passover, man. Okay, this is the most serious time of the year. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, as we know, is getting ready to America, man. All right, just like how he passed over ancient Egypt, man. All right, and there's a lot of heavy stuff, as you see, that's been taking place over the past weeks, man. All right. He's known in the scriptures as the king of terrorism. All right, so you see this coronavirus is doing, crash the economy. All right, they called it. China is is coming back. All right, what is this beast, man? It's gonna run to. Okay, so all of this is part of that psychological warfare of the devil, man. All right, you people gonna fall right on, man. We're gonna get right.
Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1.
Come.
And it reads, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Right, speak thou in the ears of my people, man. All right, you Israelites, man, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics, man. All right, and you Israelite foreigners scattered abroad, man. Okay, keep going.
It says, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Yep.
Verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
And this is heavy, man. All right, these words, all right, the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua are faithful and true, man. And the planet Earth is starting to see that, man. Okay. First and foremost, giving double honors to our elders and apostles. Can I get that scripture real quick too? You know, because people are starting to see, all right, that our elders and apostles of Great Millstone were right, man.
That's right.
All right, all that scoffing, all of that silly nonsense is out of the window now, man. And this is no longer a joke, man. Okay, you either in this thing or you're not, man. Because we're in a time of what of a great sifting, man.
That's right.
Okay, give me that real quick, God.
1 Timothy 5:17.
God.
Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially who labor in the word and doctrine.
Especially they who labor in the word and doctrine, man. All right? And apostles and elders have been pushing this thing before a lot of us was born, man.
That's right.
All right? And if it wasn't through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, for being upon these men, we wouldn't have this word, man.
Right.
We wouldn't have the light to see, man. We wouldn't know shit. We wouldn't understand what's getting ready to come down the pipe, man. So double honors to them, man.
That's right. That's right.
All right? Because, hey, at the end of the day, ISUBK, Nate, and all them other clowns, man, they ain't got the oil, man.
That's right.
Okay? Oil, the oil has seeped out of them, man.
Right.
Okay? Hey, say that again? They ain't got no breath in them. That's what the scripture was talking about in Ezekiel. Give me that real quick. Ezekiel, we'll jump back to that. Ezekiel 37. And, whenever we come on. Give me Ezekiel 37. And verse, you there? Give me that real quick.
Ezekiel 37 and...
Read a little louder for me, y'all.
I got you. Where do you want to start at?
Get straight to the point. Start at like verse 6. I think it's like verse 6 or down.
Ezekiel 37 and 6. So I prophesied.
Verse 5, yeah, verse 5.
Ezekiel 37:5. Thus saith the Lord unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you,
Yep.
and you shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and shall bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live.
And you shall live. So the Lord gave us the truth, man. He gave us our heritage back, man. He gave us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of who we are in these scriptures, man.
Right.
Keep going.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Yep.
So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, both in his bones.
All right, so the scripture said there was a noise, man. Okay, that noise represents the awakening of Israel, man. All right, coming back to the truth of who they are, man.
Right.
All right, started with high priest Abba Bivens, man,
Right.
which was John and Elijah the prophets in the reincarnation.
right.
All right, if you could receive that, though.
Right.
Right.
Okay, through that man is how the truth came on the scene, man.
That's right.
But hey, but only the spiritual receive that, man,
Right.
because that's a stumbling block unto the wicked, man.
It is.
Go ahead.
And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and flesh came upon them,
Yep.
and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them.
Yeah, and that's the point. It said the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. So these guys out here, these other sold out, paid in full Israelite camps. All right, they know they're Israelites, but that's it, man. It's just surface level, man. That's what the Lord. That's as far as it goes, man. That's why the Lord said there was no breath in them, man. Right. How come they don't ever go into them scriptures? Who was the Lord talking about of them that didn't have the breath in them, man? Okay, that's these guys that lack the oil, man. The Yohannas, the Nates, okay, that's treating the Passover like some type of goddamn concert, man. Just open invite, man. All niggas can come, man. A lot of these guys that's participating in the Passover, they're unworthy, man.
That's right.
All right? But a lot of you guys are going to be judged, as the scriptures say, man, because you're false prophets, man. All right? You had anything to bro?
Yep. It's Rock 44, starting at verse 1, it reads, let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begat us.
Yep.
The Lord have wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning, such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding, clearing prophecy.
Right, so who is that, man? That's the apostles and elders, man. All right, of great millstone, man.
That's right.
Those, and it said, let us now give reverence to famous men, man. That's why we give double honors to them, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4, leaders of the people by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning, meet for the people, wise and eloquent are their instructions.
Read that one more time.
So Rock 44 and 4, leaders of the people.
Leaders of the people, go ahead.
By their counsels and by their knowledge of learning, meet for the people, wise and eloquent are their instructions.
Right, so through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, this is how we came into the faith, by these men, man. Okay, so if it wasn't for the spirit of the Lord to set these men up, we wouldn't have what we have today, man.
Right.
Okay? That's not hard to receive, man. You have somebody?
Real quick and prove that those men that are famous are talking about, you know what I'm saying, the elect men, so the elders apostles and that.
That's right.
This right here, Zephaniah 3:19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame, man. So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that fame is coming out, man. The super elite, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, you know, the Duhans, the Gettys. You best believe they know about the Hebrew Israelites, man. They know about Great Millstone, man. Like Yohannas, the 501c3 Israelites. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? The Rothschilds, Esau, the elite, they not heard about them. They already done been paid and bought for, man. All right, they looking at Great Millstone, starting the apostles going down, man. Like, and through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he giving us fame in every land, man. It was not America. Was not we put to shame in America. Everywhere Israel at, they'll be put to shame. They'll look down upon. They in the goddamn slums, they in the goddamn projects or whatnot. All right.
Then real quick too, before I jump back to that, you have something? Give me one real quick. Give me Luke 22, just to touch on that with this false prophet.
This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5. This for you. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourself unto the elder.
Yeah, there you go. Submit yourself unto the elders, man. All right, because they are our leaders, man. Okay, the Lord has an order set up in this thing, man. You know, but the scriptures go into how Jake hates governance, man. He hates government, man. You know, he hates instruction. Yeah, you know, give me that real quick, Luke 22, man. Start at 1.
This is Luke chapter 22, verse 1. Now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover.
Right, so Yahushua kept the Passover. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 2. And the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill him.
Right, so this is during the time of the betrayal of Yahushua, man. Okay, go ahead.
For they feared the people. Verse 3. Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, being of the number of the 12. Verse 4. And he went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains how he might betray him unto them.
Right, so it's the same thing happening now, dealing with some shit, man. Okay, keep reading now.
Verse 6. And he promised and sought opportunity to betray him in the absence of the multitude.
Right, and so Nate, Yohanna, and the rest of these guys, they sit in the same seat as Judas Iscariot, man. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 7. Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed. Verse 8.
That's why Yahushua is the Passover.
God.
Okay.
Yep, that's what he said.
Yep, go ahead.
Verse 8. And he sent Peter and John, saying, and this is red 11, go and prepare us the Passover, that we may eat. Verse 9. And they said unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare? Verse 10. And he said unto them, behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water, follow him into the house where he entereth in. Verse 11. And ye shall say unto the goodman of the house, the master saith unto thee, where is the guest chamber? Where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples. Verse 12. And he shall show you a large upper room furnished. There make ready.
Right, which is the point, man. So the point of that is that, all right, you got false prophets that's sitting in the same seat as Judah how you say his name? Iscariot. Okay, which is Nate, Yohanan, and the rest of these guys, man. That took the 501c3 bag, man. Okay, and these people, hey, and these other groups, all right, and they know they're guilty, man, but they won't speak out on it, man. Right. Because that pride and really they all in cahoots anyway, man. Because what is General Yohanan pushing? That all of Israel come together, man. Right. All right. When the Lord ain't dealing with all of Israel, man. Right, man. You know. Exactly.
Yeah. Everybody report to ISBK Passover.
Where is that in the scripture?
Who was you?
Come on, man.
That's that Friday.
Go ahead. Bring that out.
All right, this right here, Titus 1 and 10.
There you go. That's perfect.
For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision.
Especially they of the circumcision, man. There are many vain and unruly talkers and deceivers of the circumcision. This is false prophets right here, man. That's right. That's right. Okay, the circumcision, the men that know they're Israelites, man. That's right. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 11. Whose mouths must be stopped.
Whose mouths must be stopped. You don't think Yahweh Shem Shai gonna put an end to all this madness, man? Right. Niggas trimming the gospel. All right, niggas perverting the truth for money, for filthy gain in this world. You don't think the angels is gonna see them? Go ahead.
Who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they are not, for filthy lucrative sake.
For filthy lucre's sake, man. That's unjust gain in the world, man. Popularity, money, whatever it is, man. Vanity, man. You know, and these guys are sitting in that same seat, man. That's why the scriptures say whose mouths must be stopped, man. That's why we got to speak out against that, man. For all these clowns out there that get on the comment board saying, "Oh, you can't bang it, man. Why can't y'all just all come together?" Because it wasn't meant to be in the scriptures, man. How are we gonna get together with these other camps that teach something outside of Yahweh Shem Shai, man? They got wayward doctrines, man.
But that let you know that these people got a lack of understanding, man. What's really going on out here, man?
Did not Paul put curses on niggas?
Right.
Mark them that caused it.
Real quick, this is 2 Peter 2:1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you. False and privily shall they bring in damnable heresies.
Damnable heresies, man.
Like John the Baptist going.
Yeah, John the Baptist wasn't in the truth. That's a damnable heresy, man. Right. John the Baptist was in the truth, man. Yeah. He prepared the way of Israel unto Yahweh Shai, man.
Then you got him saying we ain't gonna have no Jacob's trouble.
Come on, man. All types of madness, man. The Yahweh Shem Shai is coming to save all of Israel, man. Exactly. These are all damnable heresies, man. Exactly. Go ahead, Al.
Even denying the Lord that brought them.
They deny the Lord. They call him Christ.
That's right. That's right.
All right, because look, Yohanan and them guys, they came up in the school One West with the apostles. Right. Okay? The apostles know these men, man. That's why they always get on them, man. They know these men personally, man. You see? Read that part again.
Even denying the Lord that brought them.
Right, denying the Lord. Hey, Nate is on camera, bro. Nate is on camera telling you that the name of the Lord is Yahweh, man. It's on camera. It's on the record, man. But all of a sudden, IUIC. All right? Now ISBK calling on Christ. Most High Christ. Come together in the name of Christ, man. You see? So they denying the name of the Lord, man.
How you gonna be Hebrews calling on Jesus?
Come on, man.
That doesn't even make sense, man. Didn't we get away from that shit when you left Christianity?
Come on, man. That's how you know it's a bigger agenda, man. Go ahead.
And bringing upon themselves swift destruction.
And bringing upon themselves swift destruction. Go ahead.
And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of the truth shall be spoken evil of.
Right, man. And you got many simpletons out there that's going to be following their ways, man. Yeah. But the Spirit has it where the Lord is sifting, man. Right. Amos 9:9, if somebody want to hold that too. Okay? Because the Lord is sifting. All right? He's sifting the undesirables versus the desirables, man. Right. Go ahead.
And covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of long lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not.
Right, that's why Yahweh Shem Shai has these false prophets set up, man. To gather the ones he don't want, man. Because you can see, man, that these other guys, they come with that worldly nigga spirit, man. And the Lord not dealing with that, man. And it's clear to see that, man. You know? Go ahead, Al.
This is Romans 16 and 17.
Yes.
Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions, the offenses contrary to the doctrine which you have learned, and avoid them.
Right, mark them, man. You're supposed to point them out, man. What's it tell you? 1 John 4 and 1, to try them that say that they are the Spirit of God? Because there's many false prophets that have gone out into the world.
Right. So if we're talking anything ill that's going against the scriptures, man, we're supposed to be getting away from it. That's why you don't see great millstones going to these unity camp summits, man. Because that shit's off.
Right, the scriptures say, how can two all together, lest they be agreed. You go to those Hebrew Israelite summits and all of that, man. At the end of the day, how you gonna be in the same, area with these guys, but y'all got different opinions? Well, not different opinions, but different, viewpoints, man. We Great Millstone, we bringing out the truth 100%, man. We ain't about to be walking, side by side with niggas who saying John the Baptist wasn't a man of the Lord, right? Saying he wasn't in the truth.
You an infidel, man.
Exactly.
Taught. Come on, man. He baptized the Messiah. He prepared the place.
He talked about the Messiah.
Come on, man. He said his shoes he could not feel, man. You know? There you go. Okay, go ahead.
This book of Acts 20 is in verse 30. This is Acts 20 and 28. It says, "Take heed therefore unto yourselves and to all the flock, over the which the Holy Spirit have made you overseers to feed the church of Yahweh, which he hath purchased with his own blood." All right, continue on. "For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you."
Yeah, these guys are grievous wolves, man. That's right. Okay, all about their bellies, man. Go ahead.
"Not sparing the flock."
Not sparing the flock. That's why they go out here and teach that type of madness, man.
Flat.
Yeah, flat earth.
Esau can be saved. The Vatican is Babylon.
Yeah. Japhet is Esau, whatever they be teaching.
That's right.
Also, continue on Acts 20 and 30. "Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things, to draw away disciples after them."
And that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
To draw disciples away after their own selves, man. Exactly. Instead of coming under the order, man. But hey, that's prophesied, man. What you had, Al?
1 John 2 and 18, little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard, that the Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that is the last time.
Right. There's many, the scriptures say there's many anti-Hamashiach, man. That's right. Okay? That have gone out into the world, man. And that's in this time. And the Lord is making that thing plain to see, man. Right. That's why I tell you in Malachi, 3 and 18, that you should be able to discern between him that serveth the Most High and him that doesn't, man. The Lord's making that plain, man. All right?
What's the scripture say? His ways are plain to the holy. That's right. Stumbling
block to the wicked.
Right.
Come on, man. So it's inexcusable, man. Go ahead, Al.
All right. Jumping back. This is 2nd Ezra 15. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. And it reads, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord."
That's all we've been speaking since we've been coming out here, man. Right. As a unit, man. It's prophecy, man. All right? The testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, man.
That's right.
That's it, man. Right. Yeah, Revelation 19, man. Go ahead.
It says, "Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord," verse 2, "and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true."
For they are faithful and true, man. Go ahead.
So, hey, pretty much, man, hey, you go into that word prophecy, man, it means to say before, man. Right. That's what we do when we come out here, man. We come out here and tell y'all people what's about to happen before it actually happens, man. And ultimately, it's the Lord speaking through us, man. Exactly. Because the Lord ain't about to just come with the destruction and not give y'all warning. And he's a just power, man. Right. So at the end of the day, the Lord gave y'all the warning. He giving y'all, he telling y'all what's about to happen, but y'all people ain't gonna listen, man.
That's why you people about to witness the greatest "I told you so" of mankind, man.
That's right.
Like straight up, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, "And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." Verse 3. "Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee."
Right, so especially now, man, your disbelief has no significance, man. Right. Whatsoever, man. Right. At all, man. Right. How you feel or what you think is right, that ain't nothing, man.
Right, because we actually seeing what's happening.
Exactly.
At one point, the prophecies they was happening, but they wasn't happening, rapidly. So people can still come out with their vain opinions and say how they feel and things like that. But now we actually seeing these prophecies beginning to roll, man. And now you people ain't got nothing to say, man.
Quiet.
Crickets. Crickets. All them scoffers speaking about the chip and all that, man. You quiet now, man.
Come.
You know? This is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 4.
Yep.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Straight to the point, man. All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. Okay? So whether you believe or not, it don't matter, man. Okay? Yep. But this is all about the sincere, man, the elect, the 1/3, man. 144,000, man.
That's right.
The hell with everybody else. That's why they tell you that Ezra questioned the Most High. The Lord said, what? Don't worry about the multitude that perish,
right.
man. He said, don't worry about that, but worry about how the righteous shall be saved, man.
That's right.
You see?
That's right.
Go ahead.
All right. 2nd Ezra 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
I will bring plagues upon the world, man. Yep. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the king of terrors, man.
That's right.
He's terrorizing the planet Earth, man.
That's right.
The coronavirus, the COVID-19, whatever, the different mutations of this virus, okay? The quarantine of the money, all right? They're getting ready to, they're talking about doing a cashless society, man.
Yeah, man.
So all these things are coming to fruition, man. Okay? Go ahead,
Con. It's right here. Habakkuk 2. I start up top, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower.
Yeah, well, and that's their purpose, man. We're upon the tower. What's the purpose of somebody standing upon the tower? To watch for danger, man. To be on the lookout with the binoculars, man.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
And will watch to see what he will say unto me.
And that's what we're doing. We sit back and we wait and we watch and to see what the Lord is going to tell us in the spirit, man.
That's right.
That's why when we see certain global events take place, we grab the scriptures and we tie it to the scriptures.
Right.
Okay, the Lord said this was going to happen. Okay, boom. Where's this at? All right. Earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, yeah, the scriptures say that.
Right.
Okay, rivers of blood moon. Okay, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Measuring the time within itself diligently, man.
I got that right.
Come on, man.
Martial law.
Martial law. Medical martial law, man.
And what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Because hey, this is serious, man. This is a time that you need to have a sense of urgency about yourself through the spirit, man.
That's right.
You know, walking on that thin line, man. As the scriptures tell you, man. Because any day, like 9/11, all it took was that one day to change all of society, bro.
That's all it takes.
So who's to say that will come any day now, man?
Hey, just like we always bring out an example too, just like the Boston bombing marathon,
Right.
man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when they wake up, it was like a regular goddamn day, man.
Thank you.
When that situation happened, they had the whole damn city on goddamn lockdown. They was on
Quick.
goddamn curfew.
Quick.
Bro, they already said that they're not going to have any fans come to March Madness, man.
Right.
And that's a heavy time for these colleges to make that money, man.
Right.
Off these players, man. So they're talking about banning people from coming to basketball games, NBA games.
Shit, finish, man.
This shit finished, man. The Lord has took the folly and the mirth out of this land, man.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
That's serious.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got articles on that. We're gonna bring up. I'm gonna finish it up. Habakkuk 2:2. And the Lord, Yahweh Shah, answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Make it plain, man. The Lord is making all these visions that are written in these scriptures, these similitudes, okay, plain to the righteous, man.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
That he may run that readeth it.
That he may run that readeth it, meaning you understand and you go tell somebody else, man. That's right. You go wake up another brother, man. You go out there and start teaching, man. That's right. Go ahead.
Just like you said, like for example, when we went into the Apocrypha, I believe that's what is it? That's where it talks about how much my shall bring plagues to Egypt as one.
Oh, we on that. We're about to get that.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna finish that. We're gonna get that.
Yeah, all right, come on, get your head up.
That's the spirit.
All right, but for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Yep.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie.
But at the end, man, we at the end. They say at the end it shall speak and not lie, man. Okay? They say, look, we gonna cash this, man.
Yeah.
This dollar about to go, man. All you niggas that talk about I'm getting the bag, you know, cash rules everything around me. Yeah. Hey, you gonna see, man. What you gonna do when they crash the economy, man? You gonna take the chip.
Right, and it said at the end, man. What's it talking about the end of what, man? It ain't talking about the end of the whole planet as we know it, man. It's talking about the end of the rulership.
The earth abide forever. The earth abide forever.
That's right. The Lord said the earth abide forever, man. So at the end of the day, what end is it talking about, man? The end of Esau's rulership, man. That's right. The so-called white man. All right. Hey, man, you devils about to be taken down, man, by Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
That's right. And finish it up. Habakkuk 2:3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Hold on. Give me that.
Con, this is from Tech Times. dirty money. Who warns banknotes may pass coronavirus? Looks towards cashless transactions.
Yep. See, banknotes. That they said the dollar bills might pass the coronavirus, man. Because hey, there's some truth to that though.
Right.
Because the money that you handle is filthy, man.
Yeah.
It's been touched by everybody on the planet Earth, man.
Cross-contamination.
And cross-contamination. So this is a perfect excuse, so to speak, to go ahead and end this dollar, man.
Right.
Go ahead,
Con. The whole world is working together to stop the spreading of the corona's outbreak.
Yep.
Means what? You and me.
Right. One world order, man. One world order.
You know what I'm saying? Which has been one of the biggest causes panic this 2020.
Yep.
As the virus is striking fear into the hearts of countries and affecting trade, international relationships, the economy, and even the use of banknotes.
But see, so I did a lesson about a few days ago. They were bringing it out, and you had this this economist guy. He was pretty much saying that, look, your 401k is about to be affected, your retirement is about to be affected. People who got money tied up in the stock market, that trust in the stock market, all of that shit is about to go, man.
Right.
Okay?
Now you can see why it's gonna be uproars of the damn people.
Right.
Come on, man.
Come
on, man.
Didn't the Dallas take another hit?
Yep.
Oh, man, it lost everything. They earned back yesterday. I was happy as hell when I seen this shit. They lost everything. They lost all of it. Cause I think it closed at like 4:30. So they lost before. It was like 4 o'clock. This shit was done.
Come on.
I said, damn, all your little games, man.
That's it.
Because everybody's afraid, man.
Right.
They're afraid to even purchase anything. Cause why, man? When you like the Elder Barack did, and he did a video where they ain't nothing coming to the docks, man. Ain't nothing coming to the docks, man. So if you ain't got nothing coming to the docks, why is somebody gonna be trying to buy and sell and trade?
Right.
That's a waste.
A lot of this shit's coming from China, man. You know, these different people are scared to buy this stuff. Like Nike took a hit in the stock market, for the stock price, because nobody want to buy this stuff back. You know? Like I say, everything comes from China. So they think China was the box.
Because now what's happening, man? You having outbreaks everywhere, man.
Right.
They shutting schools down in Seattle. They got like 26 schools shut down in Seattle. They canceled all the damn people that bought rooms in I think San Francisco. They canceled all the reservations and shit like that, man. So that's coming to a city near you, man.
Yep.
All these reservations that people done canceled. And like the elder just said, man, they shut down March Madness. You don't think these Edomites just lost all that money, man? They done bought and paid for them tickets.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's done.
It's penalty. Yeah, you can.
That shit is done, man.
Hell yeah.
Waste of
Them
money.
expensive ass tickets, like 4, 5, ain't even including if you
Court
take your
seats.
kids,
Yeah.
white.
It's a crap, man.
That folly is done.
That damn money, man.
Give me that real quick.
Okay,
Let me
cut.
jump back in there.
All right, Zephaniah 1 and 10.
Because hey, this is part of the plagues that Yahweh Shah gonna send upon this new Egypt, man,
Huh.
which is America. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh Shah, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a hollering from the second, and a great crashing from the
It
hills.
says in a howling of the second and great crashing from the hills. What do hills represent, man? The governments, man. And it said the second great crashing, man. America's due for that second great recession.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So hey, so this economy's about to blow. Go ahead.
Verse 11, Zephaniah 1 and 11. How ye inhabitants of Miktah, for all the merchant people are cut down.
For all the merchant people are cut down, man, which represents what? Your people who handle the money, man. All right, your stockbrokers, okay, your economists, all right, everybody that's involved with the stock market, man, all of that, man. They're about to be cut down. Go ahead.
That's right. All they that bear silver are cut off.
All they that bear silver are cut off, man. All right, keep going.
All right, verse 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their leave.
Which we just got into, getting into these false prophets, man. Okay, the Lord about to search you guys out, man. Okay, but pretty much you being pretty much getting put on front street right now, man.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
That say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh Shah will not do good, neither will he do evil.
God, jump down to verse 18.
All right, verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the days of the Lord Yahweh Shah's wrath.
Right, so neither your money ain't gonna deliver you in the day of the wrath of the Lord, man.
Right.
Your 401k, retirement fund, all right, money that you got saved up, cash that you got saved up under your bed, whatever, man. Your status, your stash, whatever, man. Okay, none of that's gonna save you, man. Go ahead.
But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy.
That's it.
For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
So the Lord said he's going to make a speedy riddance of all of them that dwell in the land, man. So a speedy riddance means it's going to be fast, man. And look at the prophecies, man. Look what the Lord is doing, man. Things are happening fast, man. All right, jump back into that.
God. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 5.
Yep.
It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction."
Yep, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua is responsible for that, man. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick.
That's right.
Isaiah 13.
That's right.
I'm going to pull that out real quick to add on. Isaiah 13, and I'm going to grab verse 9, and it reads, Isaiah 13 and 9, "Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it," man. All right, so this is the working of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right. Then he said that it is I that heal and kill and make alive.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Have it evil been done in the city and have I not done it? As the scripture say.
Right.
All right. So hey, this is the working of the Lord. It's time for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to work, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead, Ak.
That's right. 2nd Esdras 15 and 6. "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth."
Right. Wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man.
Yep.
Meaning wickedness has reached its climax, man.
Yeah, just look at Babylon, man. Look at America, man. Look at all the things that they pushing and promoting, man. Everything's in complete, direct opposition of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yep.
It says, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth,
Yep.
and their hurtful works are fulfilled."
Right. So meaning it's been fulfilled, man. So now it's time for the Lord to lay the hammer down.
That's right.
All right. So when all this stuff takes place, there's no need for you to be surprised, man.
Yep.
All right. It's written in the scriptures, man.
Yep.
Okay. The Heavenly Father is going to recompense for all of this wickedness, man. Go ahead, Ak.
You know, these people out here, man, they thought that, they was getting away with all this wicked shit that they was doing, man. And here it is, we'll tell them, hey, repent, get right, before it's too late. And look, they speaking about Jake, they ain't trying to repent, man. They want to live it up, man, and follow the ways of the heathen, man.
And you know what? Jake gonna be just like in Proverbs, the 1st chapter, man.
God.
It's when all hell breaks loose. That's when they want to seek the Lord
Right.
early. Then, man, when all hell breaks.
Right, that's the only time Jake want to try to call upon the Lord, when they get caught up in the jam, man.
Yep.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 7.
Yep.
"Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness,
Yep.
which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things,
Yep.
in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Yep.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually."
Right. So the souls of the just. Who is that? That represents the righteous, the elect, man. The saints. Okay. It said the souls of the just continually complain to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, because this is hell, man.
That's right.
All right. This place got to go, man.
Right.
So the Lord is about to, like we said, the Lord about to do His work, man. All right, give me Luke 18 and exactly, man. That's it. Hey, this is the season finale, man.
That's right. That's right.
This shit about to go off the air, man. Luke 18 verses 7 and 8.
All right, this is Luke chapter 18, verse 7. "And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect,
Yep.
which cry day and night unto him?"
All right, hey, we out here crying day and night, man. All right, that's part of us doing the work is crying that you brothers get edified on is us crying out to the Lord, man.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
It says, "And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him?"
Yep. So the Lord said, "Will not the Lord avenge His own elect?" Okay, is not the Lord hearing the cries of His men? You see, so that's how we know that the judgment is going to come speedily, man.
That's right.
Okay, that's why as we see the Lord is bringing the terrors upon the planet Earth, man, as we mentioned, man. Okay, everything that you found pleasure in, all right, is about to end, man.
That's right.
If folly's about to be cut off, as it tells you in Isaiah the 24th chapter, man. All right, that He's going to cut off the mirth from this land, man.
That's right.
All right, jump back to that. You got something?
No.
Yeah, jump back. You got a precept, bro?
Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead, jump in there real quick.
Isaiah 24:10. It reads,
Check it out real quick.
"The city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
That's coming to a city near you, man. He said, read that again, bro.
Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down.
That represents America, man. Babylon, confusion, man. Calm means with, fusion means mixed. This whole America is just damn in a state of confusion, man. Homosexuality, bestiality, women, dude marrying his damn sister. It's just straight wicked out here, man. Right.
Every house is shut up. That no man may come in.
And that's coming to a city near you, man. What you think they're going to do when they start barricading these cities off, man? They're going to start quarantining people, man. They're going to start doing mandatory testing on everybody, man. And that's going to come with mandatory vaccination, mandatory chipping, right?
And we're seeing that now. The coronavirus is a prelude to it because we're seeing what the effects of this having. We got me and brother was speaking before camp. Hey, they got it where you got a whole in Europe, you got events going on where nobody's going to the event.
You got a whole damn soccer
game,
nobody's there. And they got the damn they got the big ass like poster right there. No fans allowed.
Yeah.
Showing you what's coming to America. You got LeBron. LeBron mad now because they did a meeting last night with the NBA. So they're discussing how the games are not going to have fans coming soon, and LeBron's all upset about it. But when nigga, what you expect, man? You think everybody going to be out there with a damn quarantine watching you play ball and shit? Yeah.
This place is through.
Sure, the scripture says faithful and true. And the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up. This place is. Yahweh Shimi Shah is about to shut up shop, man. It affected every shut down. He about to shut down shop. There's gonna be nothing going on.
And you talking about basketball? You talking about the basketball game? Hell, the schools, man. The schools been shut down.
They talking about replacing people at the jobs with robots, man.
Bro.
Come on, man.
Hey, in Walmart, different places they doing that too. You see? Verse 11. There's a crying for wine in the streets.
That represents this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, man. Because these people really gonna be looking for the men of the Lord. Honestly thinking that we're gonna be on the highways and hedges while this shit just popping off. You out your damn mind, man. You should have been seek the Heavenly Father 10 times more when you go out here trying to get this truth down, man. Why is here, man? Keep going out.
All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
You see that now, man. You see that, man.
Yep.
Ain't gonna be no much export and import, man. No business transactions, man. No running to grandma's house to check on them. Nah, man, they be straight goddamn locking these cities down, man. Locking them down. What you think? Hell, I was watching the Elders last night in Dallas, man, and they Esau looked at them and said, "If I can't get my gas, I'm killing everybody." What you think that mean, man? So what you think will be happening down the street in your gas station when these damn these trucks ain't running, man, to pick up your trash and shit like that? This place gonna look horrible out here, man. And that's coming, man.
Now, precept. This is Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
Like the jobs, man. You know, everything is getting taken away, man. That's why, like the brother brought out in Isaiah 24, the mirth is gone. And through this virus, all right, the Lord is using that, man. Okay? Because shit ain't funny no more, man. People cleaning shelves off at the store, empty grocery stores. You know what I'm saying? Buying up all the toilet tissue, all the disinfectant, the mask and shit.
I was checking at Walmart last night. You had one of the people buying the groceries with gloves on, man. Rubber gloves, man.
Come on, man. Full bug out mode, man. That's what's coming, man. Famine and confusion and full bug out mode, man. Go ahead.
2 Edges 15 and verse 9. God. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
That's right.
Verse 10. Behold, hand with a mighty hand
smite Egypt with plagues as and you see that the plague it will destroy all the land.
Just we had we made a video last night. Christianity here for hundreds of years, man. Ain't nothing been happening.
About 500 years.
That's right. Exactly. But as soon as the men of the Lord come back on the scene, hey, look, these prophecies is rolling out, man.
Exactly. And the elders was talking about it in the group chat. I'll be watching the group chat, man. The elders just be going in on some mighty subjects, man. But they were saying about how a lot of these Christians are now starting to try to deal with prophecy now.
Right.
Whereas before they weren't doing that. Because, these people in the church, they run away from prophecy, man. They'll tell you the book of Revelation was sealed, man. You know?
Which it is sealed unto them. Exactly. It ain't sealed unto us. Obviously, because we out here, man.
Right.
We ain't enduring to the end.
That's right, brother. That's right.
You know? This is 2 Edges 15. And want me to keep going?
Keep reading.
All right, in verse 12, 15 and 12, it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it.
Right, so this is all the plagues and ultimately the punishment that Yahweh Shimon Shah is bringing upon America, man. That's right. And you got to be a spiritual man, man. Judgment is due for this place, man. That's right. We can't say that enough, man.
Long overdue.
Long overdue, man. All right? So, like I said, don't be surprised when you see shit hitting the fan like this, man. This is the doing of Yahweh Shimon Shah. This must come in order for the kingdom of heaven to be established, man. That's right. All right? So as we were getting into it, and it's the time of the Passover, man. Give me Exodus 11 and 12. We read them 2 chapters, man. All right? Because the Lord, as we read the scriptures, the Lord hardened the Pharaoh's heart, man. All right? And the modern day Pharaoh today is the so-called white man, Esau. That's right.
That's right.
Let's give a quick encounter. Then we read both chapters, short chapter.
All right.
Exodus 11 and 12.
This is Exodus chapter 11, verse 1.
Yep.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Verse 2. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians.
And which is happening now to this day. Okay, the Lord is giving his people favor in the sight of these so-called Americans. That's right. Okay, the Lord's people is being acknowledged right now. Right. That's why the brother brought out the Lord was going to give his men fame in every land they have been scattered to. Man. So that's happening.
All right. Getting the fame and the modern day Egyptians. You know, these Babylonians. You know, aka these Americans, man. Hey, the Lord is putting the curses on them now. Right. All right. The Lord raising us up. He's putting curses upon our enemies, man, just like he said he would, man. Because the Lord about to get us up out of here, man. That's right. You know, this is Exodus chapter 11, verse, in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. Verse 4. And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, about midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt. And all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill.
All right, so that's them plagues, man. All right, the Lord smote the firstborn of the Egyptians, man. Okay, and them same plagues is coming here, man. That's right. Keep going.
And all the firstborn of beasts. Verse 6. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it. And the scriptures speak about Jacob's trouble being a town like no other.
Come on, man.
You know?
Come on, man. Everything, hey, like the Apostle Gabar was bringing out in that Passover lesson, dealing with the communion or whatnot in the Passover. He said that the same thing is going to happen, but it's going to be in a different fashion. That's right. Okay, because the plagues to date, all right, the economy crashing, these disease outbreaks that's going on, racial division, okay? So there's many types of plagues. The Lord said that the curses was going to fall upon our enemies, man. You see what's happening to these damn gooks, okay? The Lord taking them up out of here, man. They said that certain people, certain whistleblowers are saying that estimated over like 15 million people died from this virus. And the mainstream media is downplaying the intensity behind this virus, man. You know, they're disguising it as a common flu, but it's really something more than that, man. But we'll see. You know, we'll see as this shit gets closer.
And then you have certain, you know, Moab trying to bring that information out. And say, you know, and they get their ass getting assassinated. And they speaking out and telling you what's really going on, and their ass getting assassinated.
All the doctors, they got videos of certain people just, you know, dying gruesomely, man. Like I said, this ain't what they trying to say it is, man. You know, people inside melting, they throwing up all gallons of blood and shit, man.
Okay, Esau turned that damn 5G up down there, man. He turned it up. And they did the Bill Gates and I think what's his wife called, Martha Foundation. They was down there months prior before this stuff started happening, man. And then they said it'd be in full effect. It's I think it's a note. This is when you look it up. It said Wuhan will be in full effect of 5G by 2020. And that's really when it started breaking out. Like the first week of 2020, it started little cases by big cases. People been dying from this shit.
And plus, basically, what you seeing that happen over in Wuhan was just a trial run, man. Because they're gonna do that over here in America, man. You know, it was just a trial run, man. And you know, they see, you know, what happened with it. So now they're ready to, you know, let loose over here in Babylon.
Absolutely.
You know, this is Exodus chapter 11 and verse 6. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it.
Yep.
Nor shall be like it anymore.
Yep.
Verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord Yahweh doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Right, and the Egyptians found that out in that day, man. Yep. All right, when they was dying by the boatload, man.
That's right.
All right, when the Lord sent them plagues. Go ahead.
That's right. Same thing gonna happen now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Verse 8. And all these thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee. And after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt.
Right, same thing happening now, man. That's right. All right, these devils are listening, but they don't believe, man. That's right. All right, until the Lord amplifies more of his work, man. That's right. Okay? Because all you heathens, man, the enemies of the nation of Israel are going to see the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's
right.
Okay? Keep going.
It says, verse 10, it says that Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and the Lord Yahweh hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land.
Right. And so it is twofold, man. All right, because we're under the hands of the modern day Pharaoh, which is the so-called white man today, which he won't let our people go. That's why we're waiting on the Redeemer, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Give me Romans 9 and 13. Yeah, Romans 9 and 13, and then Romans 9 and 17, and then give me Romans 2, 5 and 6 after that.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 17. For the scriptures say unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee.
Right, so the Lord, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man.
Right.
So the Lord raised up Esau, man. He gave Esau this power, man. Right. That's why he thinks he's God, man, through his what? His nuclear technology, all right? His scientific advances, okay? He thinks he's God and untouchable, man. But the Lord is the one that raised him up with that power. But what? Go ahead.
And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Read that again.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 17. For the scriptures say unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee.
Right, because the Lord gonna show his power when he bring the devil down.
That's right.
You see? And that's what's coming. Give me the Romans 2 and 5 and 6, man. Because the main thing is that Esau, he don't believe in what he calls karma, man.
Right.
He don't believe in recompense, man.
Right.
He think he gonna last forever, man.
Right.
All right? Give me that real quick.
Romans 2 and 5, it reads, But after thy hardness and impudent heart trusteth up unto thyself wrath against the day of wrath and revelation of the righteous judgment of the Most High.
Right, so that's what he's due for, man. Okay? He stored up the righteous wrath, all right, the revelation of the Lord's wrath for the righteous judgment, man. Okay? Because the Lord is not unrighteous, man.
Right.
Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 6, who he will render to every man according to his deeds.
Yep. There you go. That he will render every man according to his deeds, man. All right, so all this wickedness that Esau has pumped in the earth, has pushed in the planet earth, all right, and they say you reap what you sow.
That's right.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Give me Colossians 3:25, man, just to make that point. Go ahead,
This Romans 9 and 17.
God.
For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Right, and the name of the Lord is going to be declared throughout the planet earth, man. Right? People are going to know that the power of Israel has done this, man.
Right.
Okay? And how that's happening is through his men, man. That's on the four corners of the earth pushing his name, man.
Yep.
All right? Go ahead.
Therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy,
Yep.
and whom he will harden. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? Or who has resisted his will?
Right. So the Lord is a just, it's balanced, man. Okay? You put that same negative, wicked energy in the earth, you're going to get it back to you. That's
Exactly.
right. Okay?
It says, nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against Yahweh by Shemal Shah? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay, or the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, another to dishonor? What if Yahweh Shah willing to show his wrath and to make his power known and endure with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fit to destruction?
Right, and that's twofold too. It can be applied to 2/3 of the nation of Israel, and it can be applied to Esau, man. Because Esau is a vessel of wrath fitted to destruction, man.
That's right.
Okay, because his purpose on the planet Earth was to basically to steal, kill, and destroy, man. All right, like the Apostle Tahar brought out, man. Esau is just a damn wicked ass robot, man.
That's it.
All right, he was programmed to do what he's gonna do, man. Okay, so he's just fulfilling his role in prophecy, man. All right, you had something out?
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, at Colossians 3:25.
Yep.
But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done, and there is no respect of person.
So that's the karma right there, man. All these Edomites always talking about karma this, karma that. Hey,
Right.
the Lord said you're going to receive for the wrong what you have done, man.
That's right.
Okay, and there's no respect of persons. So no matter if you're rich, poor, whatever the case may be, man. All right, every man's going to be judged according to his deeds, man.
That's right.
So this is what Esau is getting ready to come to find out, man.
Right, these devils actually think they're gonna get away with, touching the children of Israel. Y'all think y'all was gonna get away with that, man? Nah, man, the Lord had that, he's gonna hold y'all accountable for that, man. You know?
You had something? Yeah, give me that.
This is Exodus chapter 12, verse 1.
Yep.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
Yep.
It shall be the first month of the year to you.
Right, which is the springtime, man. When that's when life comes back. Right.
Right.
It doesn't start in the middle of the middle of the winter time.
That's retarded.
That's not the new year, man.
Right.
The new year starts in the spring. All right. Typically between March and April. All right, known as what was the month of Abib. Okay, is what they call it, man. Okay, keep going.
All right, Exodus 12:3. Speak ye unto the congregation of Israel, saying in the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers.
Yep.
A lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb.
Yep.
Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year.
Right, and that's symbolic to Yahweh.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, he's that lamb without blemish, meaning that he had no sin.
That's right.
Okay, keep going.
It says, ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. Verse 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
And this is concerning the Passover. Keep going.
Verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts.
Right, and the blood is symbolic to Yahweh Shah.
Right.
All right, keep going.
And on the upper door posts of the houses wherein they shall eat it.
Right, because Yahweh Shah is going to cover us with his blood, man.
That's right.
All right, so in essence, we're praying that Yahweh Shah pass over us, man.
That's right.
In the time of destruction, man.
That's right.
Okay, keep going.
And I remember Apostle Gabar, he was pretty much saying that us coming into this truth, this truth is the Passover.
It's a Passover, yeah.
You know, because we hoping that the Lord passes over us, man, with us, doing the work, man. Coming out and having that belief and that faith, man.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. Through this ministry he was going into.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Exodus 12 and verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread.
Yep.
And with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Verse 9. Eat not of it raw, nor sod it at all with water, but roast with fire his head and his legs, and with the pertinence thereof.
Keep going.
Verse 10. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. Verse 11.
Yep.
And thus say, and thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste.
Yep.
It is the Lord's Passover.
Right, we had to eat in haste, man, to get about it there, man. All right? That's why this Passover is not a lamb dinner, man. Right? Okay? Keep going.
It ain't no time to be partying and doing all
Exactly.
that bullshit.
Yeah. This is solemn assembly. This is serious, man.
Yeah.
This is the highest holy day, man.
That's right.
And the Lord delivered us out of the hands of the Pharaoh, man. Out of Egypt, man. Yep. Okay, keep going.
All right, Exodus 12:12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt, I will execute judgment. I am the Lord.
There you go. Keep reading.
Verse 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are.
Yep.
And when I see the blood, I will pass over you.
And I will pass over you, man.
That's right.
That's what we're hoping to be found in that lot, where the Lord pass over us, man.
That's right.
That's why we labor in the work, man.
That's right.
Through this ministry, like the brother was bringing out, man.
That's right.
That the Lord honor our works and pass over us, man.
That's right.
Because, hey, it don't matter if you got a fucking, what they call it, a gas mask or whatever the case may be, man. If you ain't got the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua with you, your ass is grass, man.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. And his word is our mask, like brother say, man. So there's no carnal efforts you can put in to save yourself, man. If you ain't covered by the blood of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, then that's it, man.
That's right.
That's the point. Go ahead.
This is Exodus 12:13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you. And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you.
Right. What did he say again? When I see the blood, read that again.
It says, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you.
When I see the blood, I will pass over you, man. That's why they put the blood on the doors, man.
Yep.
Okay. So on the doorpost, so the death angel wouldn't come get them, man. So that the death angel will pass over them in the time of judgment, man.
That's right.
Okay. Keep going.
And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you. When I smite the land of Egypt.
When I smite the land of Egypt. So that's going to happen again to this day, man. Okay, that's why this is really going into exemption from judgment, man. Right. Give me Ezekiel 9:4.
I got a quick,
real quick too. Somebody hold that on there.
I got a quick.
Go ahead.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 24. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. So pretty much like the brothers are saying, man, it don't matter if you got a gas mask, if you are a doomsday prepper and all that. If the Lord ain't dealing with you, and if the Lord don't have that hedge of protection around you, you're going to get got, man. Sooner or later, man, the Lord's going to get your ass, man. You know, it don't matter what type of, you know, preparation you've been doing, man. If you haven't preparing yourself in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua and following the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahshua to the best of your abilities and having that faith, hey man, you're gonna be assed out here.
Oh, that's a good point. Give him Psalms 91. Go ahead. Give him
that. Same chapter. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 11. It says, but I will bring them with the mighty hand and stretch out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy the land thereof.
Talking to the brothers, just like the brother said, man, this is the modern day Egypt all over again. Spiritual Egypt. You know, because the children of Israel, which is the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, be in captivity, just like in the ancient Egypt. And the brother brought out that, you know, during the time of Egypt, how the Lord plagued that place. And just basically the Lord bringing plagues again, man. There's going to be more than just the coronavirus. Exactly. And that coronavirus can lead to other different plagues.
Psalms 91:1.
God, just adding on to what you were saying. That brother was saying, like, look, you can do all this preparation, but if you ain't got the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua with you, it's all in vain, man.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right. I'm going to read verse 1 and 2.
Go ahead.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Right, so he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High. What is the secret place of the Most High? These scriptures, man. All right, Isaiah 33:6.
That's right.
Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times, man.
That's right.
So this is what's going to cover us in the time of trouble, man.
That's right.
The word of the Lord.
And that faith, man.
Come.
You know, because at the end of the day, you know, you got people out here bugging out. They all scared and all that. But hey, we got that faith in Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. Just like, and I like to reference this movie a lot, the Book of Eli, man. You know, the character that Denzel Washington was playing, he had faith, man. You know, and pretty much that's how the elect is going to be, man. You know, when all hell is breaking loose, the elect, and we're going to be calm. Lord willing, we are the elect. That's right. We're going to be calm, you know.
All right. Psalms 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
So that's his protection. to abide under the shadow of the Almighty. What does your shadow do? Your shadow follows you, man.
That's right.
It's with you. The Spirit of the Lord gonna be with you, man.
That's right, man.
Cover you, man. Go ahead.
I will say of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, He is my refuge and my fortress.
He is my refuge and my fortress, man. A fortress is unbreakable, man.
That's right.
Okay, unpenetrable. How you say that word? Impenetrable.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can't penetrate that. Can't
God.
penetrate that. My God, in Him will I trust.
Yep. Give me verse 3 real quick.
All right. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Yeah, the noisome pestilence, man. Okay, which goes into that nuclear destruction. That's why we pray that the Lord pass over us and deliver us from this great destruction that's coming, man. Because that's the icing on the cake, man. Here it is. You got the breakdown of society, the economy crashing, vaccines, mandatory vaccines with the chips in them, race wars, okay, disease outbreaks, famines of the land, no food or water, all right, and then the end is nuclear destruction, right? So we pray to be covered from that, man.
Right. That's why Second Ezra, I think 15 and 14, we say, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth." You know, because pretty much, man, all type of death and destruction is coming this way, man.
That's right.
You know, like the elder was breaking down, man. All these things that people are seeing beginning, in the beginning stages of, it's gonna manifest, man. You know, and pretty much, like we were saying, we don't got that protection, man. That's a wrap.
That's it.
Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and it's
right. Read that again, Salaki.
Proverbs 18 and 10. Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower.
The name of the Lord is a strong tower, man. The name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
The righteous run into it and is safe, man. Okay, so we're going to trust in the scriptures, man. We're going to stick to the script, man. Okay, we're not going to waver and do anything else, but because the scriptures tell you not to make haste. I roughly paraphrase it. Yeah, to make haste in the day of trouble, man.
Because you start, you know what I'm saying, pretty much, if you in that spirit, you ain't showing no faith, man.
God.
You know, you all frantic, you know what I'm saying, you in a panic and you all scared. Hey, at the end of the day, you're supposed to let the spirit take over, man. Because we're not saying that bros aren't going to be nervous during that time, but then sooner or later, the spirit is going to take over.
Yeah.
But these people, if you in a haste, hey, you ain't going to be thinking clear, man. You're going to be all scared. You're going, hey, you'll fuck around and take the chip, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't thinking with your spiritual mind, man.
Right. And that's happening right now. Right. People bugging out and everything.
You spoke about people going to run to get the mask. Well, you can't run from the judgment of heaven.
That's right.
This judgment is to put you to death. You can have a mask on that can cover you from everything that you can breathe in, and you can send a mountain lion to eat you up.
That's right.
Amos 5 and 18, and it reads, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, to what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." So we coming into the tunnel. It's about to get real dark out here. Verse 19, "As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him." So it don't matter if you go get a mask, if you self-quarantine, you put a big bodysuit on, or put plastic all over your body. There's nothing that you can do that can escape the judgment of the Lord. You either got that mark of exemption which you're about to bring, or you don't. If you don't have it, the Most High gonna smoke you. And Lord willing, if you endure to the end, the Most High will give you salvation. "As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him," showing you that there's no way to get out of the judgment of the Heavenly Father. You can't. You know, I can go and say you can't Euro step the judgment. You know?
Okay, man.
You can't do it. So you either down with the Lord in His program, you're gonna endure to the end, or you're not. And if you're not, then that's the judgment's gonna get you. That's it. There's no way around it.
In the same way, the Lord guaranteed you niggas is not following Him death. He promised that His men that served Him was gonna live, man. And grab this is Isaiah 65 and 13. "Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
Ooh, yeah.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Yes.
Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed." Right, man, because when we see all this hell coming, you know what I'm saying, you niggas catching all these viruses and shit, man, all these different places that Esau gonna release on you, by how about Shem Yahweh Shai? Hey, man, we gonna rejoice, man, because we know, hey, that's the time of the Lord's bringing up His kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the time that we've been praying for this whole time. Because, hey, if you a man of the Lord, if you're spiritual, you know what I'm saying, like the brother's going into not making haste, you will realize that's what you've been praying for this whole time, man. Right. That's what you've been getting built up for. Like you come into the game, and we in a tunnel right now. Then you come out to the game, and the nigga gonna panic and run back to the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? That's what you've been waiting for this whole time, man. This game, hey, The time of Jacob's trouble is game time, man. That's when you've been building everything. That's when you've been building everything up to.
Exactly. Hey, that's why you got preseason and you got regular season.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's why you're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, building yourself up. Now, man, getting built up. You know what I'm saying? Because when you reading and studying, it's building up your faith, man. You know, knowing that the Lord's going to protect you in that day, man.
And knowing that these things that we read, that were written, are being manifested right now, man.
And that strengthens our faith, man.
Come on, man.
Seeing these things come to pass. Hey, we quoted it earlier, Isaiah 33 and 6, man. You know, you got to have the wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures, man. The words of Yahweh, man. And that's going to keep you stable. That's why it says shall be the stability in thy times, man. What times, man? The time of Jacob's trouble, man. You know, come on, man. People, hey, y'all people just don't, you know, want to hearken into the Lord, man. But the Lord gonna make y'all submit unto Him, man. One way or the other, man. You know.
I got a quick one off the shot. Like the brothers going into, man, we in this time now, you know, Jacob's trouble, all hell breaking loose, and like the brothers going into the coronavirus, man.
That's right.
You know, so brothers got to put on a whole full gown of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is Ephesians chapter 13.
The whole armor.
The whole armor. Therefore, take up the full armor of Yahweh, so you will be able to resist in the evil days.
Ooh. There you go.
And having done everything to stand firm. So, like the brother was going into, man, these masks don't mean that, man.
Right.
So you gotta, our scripture, I mean, our mask, like the brother was going into, is this wisdom and understanding. It's this.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
That's the whole full armor body right there, man.
Right.
And that's all we need, man. It's
Right,
in these evil days, and these is evil times that coming up, man.
Hey, that day, man, they're going to be like, hey, when it comes to mask, man, and that day they're going to be like, future, man, they're going to be like, fuck it, mask off. It ain't going to matter, man. They're going to take the mask off, man. Because it ain't going to fucking matter, man. You know? It ain't going to matter, man. Jumping back into this,
Yeah, give me that again.
Exodus 12 and 13, it says, and the blood shall be to you for a token upon their houses, where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you.
Right, that's why we hold the Pesach, man. That's why we hold the Passover, man. All right, in reference, man, that the Lord passed over us, man, because He said it would be a token unto us, man. He said that, and the plague should not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt, man. All right, so like we were saying, that goes back to the exemption from judgment. Give me that Ezekiel 9 and 4. Is it 4 and 5? Real quick, give me that real quick, man.
Ezekiel chapter 9.
Step up.
Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4.
Come.
And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
All right, it said put a mark upon them men, man. All right, which that Hebrew word is tawah, which goes back to exemption from judgment, man. Okay, because the Lord sent the death angel upon Egypt, just like how He's going to send that death angel upon America, man.
That's right.
And in this verse, this is the angels coming to reap judgment, man. Yep. So He said, put a mark upon them, on those men that sigh and cry for all the abominations done in the midst thereof, man. So that goes back to the elect men that's crying out against this place, man.
That's right.
Okay, keep going.
Ezekiel 9 and 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing,
Come.
go ye after him through the city and smite.
And smite, meaning to kill. Go ahead.
Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Right, so anybody that's not covered, that's not under that exemption from judgment, you done. Okay, go ahead.
Ezekiel 9 and 6. Slay utterly old and young.
Slay utterly old and young, man. And we just read earlier, the Lord is not a respecter of persons, man. Okay? Put it together. Go ahead.
Both maids and little children.
Maids and little children. Young girls, little kids, man. Go ahead.
And women.
And women. Because you women got to pay too, man.
Hell.
Hey, your master, your God Esau's father, you gonna fall right along with him.
Right.
Because hey, Eve got to pay up too, man.
Right.
Her ass got beguiled by Satan. All right, and this is her kingdom, man.
Right.
We're ruling over men viciously, man.
Yeah.
Through the system. All right, because she down with Edomite supremacy, man. Alimony, child support. All right, this whoredom, this feminism. Man, hey, it's gonna be a great destruction to the damn woman, man.
What Isaiah 32
To prove women in charge, look what happened to Snoop Dogg ass, man. He got his ass backpedal and apologize for all black women. Something he said to one black woman.
Come on, man. Got emasculated, bro.
Right.
What you think she a woman, man?
Exactly.
Yeah, it might be a damn man. I ain't know.
Crazy, man.
Another thing too, man. We brothers that slave under your old, young children and women, man. The old women and children, they the most defenseless out of all.
Right.
Women and children, man. That's why it's gonna be a mass death amongst them, man. A man, one thing, a man, he can't stand up and defend himself. You know, but these women and children, man, they can be defenseless, man. If they don't got a man of the law.
God, that's why 2/3 make up the majority of women, man.
Right.
We go into that all the time. Women make up the majority population on the earth, man.
Right.
So when that great slaughter come, who you think gonna get taken out?
Hey, the majority of these women are single mothers, man.
Come on, man.
About 5 to 8 kids.
Exactly.
I was on
Continuing on with Ezekiel 9:6, it says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
Right, so the Lord is telling them death angels to not come near any men that have that mark of exemption from judgment, man. So you see, it's all about the ones that have been chosen, the elect, man, the ones that have not been marked for death. Any more in there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And begin at my sanctuary.
And begin at my sanctuary, man, which is the house of God, which is you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics, man. He said, start at my sanctuary first, man. See, this is cleanup time, man.
Right. That's right, bro.
Okay?
Right.
Sifting season, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
Right, and they begin at the ancient men. So you niggas like Yohanan, okay, Nate the Snake, all these guys that took that 501c3 back. Hey, the Lord said, let them angels start at the ancient man at the house, man.
Oh, what did the KC and JoJo nigga like saying and shit? Bubba Black.
Yeah, all of them. Rakah, yeah, GLCs, all that, man. You see what happened to us, the Comforter, Comfy.
Exactly.
All right, with the whole tax evasion, whatever shit he had got bumped for, man. Right. Okay, so the Lord not playing, man. All right.
Hey, let me make a point.
Go ahead.
Hey, when they talk about that mark, that's how crucial that having that mark is. We all pray that we can endure to the end and we got that mark of exemption. As it's been brought out. Read that one more time.
Ezekiel 9:6, when the brother's calling for, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
See, that's heavy. That's a heavy point because that's the Most High Yahweh Shemi Shah showing his divine protection. 2 Peter 1:19 it reads, we have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto you do well that you take heed as unto a light that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn and the day star arise in your heart. So the sure word of prophecy, going back to having that mark of exemption, is the sure word of prophecy. Right. The faith that we have in the words of the Heavenly Father. So that ties in with the mark. That's the mark. The wisdom and knowledge is the stability of our times. Right. So it's heavy to have that, to be striving to get that mark. Right. Because if you don't got that mark, it's a game time.
Exactly. Let me add on to that. Give me Revelation 7, man. Because this ties together about that exemption from judgment. Because, hey, the Lord is holding back the angels, all right, before they bring destruction, man. But the Lord told the angels before they bring the destruction that the servants be sealed first, man. Okay? Give me that. Revelation start at the top. Revelation 7:1.
All right. Hey, Revelation 7:1.
Hey, give me the Greek word for sealed.
All right, Revelation 7:1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth.
Right, no 4 winds represent the destruction. Okay? So they're holding back the 4 winds of destruction. Go ahead.
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor any tree.
Yep.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east.
That was the wind.
Yep. Revelation 7:2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power.
Yep.
And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
Right. So the angels, these angels, were given power to hurt the earth and the sea, man, to bring total destruction. Right. Go ahead.
Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
Until we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. Give me that word for seal. Who got that real quick?
It says,
come on.
The word seal, it says of the name of Yahweh and Hamashiach stamped upon their forehead.
Right now, keep reading in that too, because the elect have the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai in their pineal gland, man, in their spirits. Okay, that's what it means to have the name of the Lord stamped in our foreheads, man. We have the Lord's name embedded in our spirits, man. Go ahead.
It says that by which anything is confirmed, proved, authenticated, as by a sealed token of proof.
Yep. Any more in there? Should say something about being sealed from Satan, I believe. There was another one. But yeah, anyway, one of the definitions of the word sealed, it goes back to basically being sealed from Satan, man. All right, which is a lot that we strive for, man. That the Lord give us that exemption from judgment, man. That's the point I'm trying to make. Any more in there?
Yeah, I'll read back verse 3 again. I'll bring out verse 4. Okay. Revelation 7:3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. Verse 4. And I heard a number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Yeah, that's the point, man. Okay, that we have that mark, that exemption from judgment in the time of the Lord's wrath, man. That Yahweh Bashim Yahushua passes over us, man. Okay, that's the significance of the Pesach, man. You know, that's why we hold we honor and we hold this solemn assembly every year, man. Lord willing, this be the last one, man. Because the Lord is making heavy statements in the planet Earth right now, man. You know,
and then too, not to try to change the subject, but also in verse 4, it also shows you too a cut that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is only dealing with, you know what I'm saying, not only the elect, but the elect, the nation of Israel. Why isn't any other nations eligible to elect?
Right.
You know, I'm saying only Israel, at the end of the day.
It's all about the Israelites.
That's right.
You know.
Finish at verse 14 and stop at that.
All right. This is Exodus chapter 12, verse 14. And it reads, and this day shall be unto you for a memorial.
There you go. That's why we hold it. This day unto you shall be for a memorial. Go ahead.
Right. And ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord Yahweh throughout your generations.
Yep.
You shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
Yeah, there you go, man. That's why the scriptures say what? Give me Judges 5 and 11. And then give me the other one in Exodus, was it 17, 14? Yeah, Exodus 5 and 11. Because the Lord said that we keep this day as a memorial unto all generations, man. Okay?
This is Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water.
Right, which is America. All right, go ahead.
There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord Yahweh.
Right, they should rehearse the righteous acts, man. Yep. So that's what we're doing, man. The scriptures command us to rehearse the righteous acts, man.
That's right.
All right, and that's part of keeping the Passover, man.
That's right.
All the high holy days in general, man. That's right. Okay, anymore?
It says, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates.
Right, which is the prophets, man. Give me Exodus 17 and 14. I believe that's it. To link up with that.
17 and 14. This is Exodus chapter 17, verse 14. All right, and it reads, it says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven.
Yep.
Verse 15.
And that's the point, man, that we rehearse the righteous acts, man. But it said, what did it say? He's gonna utterly put out what?
It says, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek.
Right, the so-called Jew, man. All right, the top tribe of Esau, man.
Yep.
Okay, this is his end, man. Yep. Okay, why do you think that there's so much controversy surrounding the so-called Jew, all right, and this knowledge coming out, man?
That's right.
All right, because this devil's being completely exposed, like the scriptures say, man.
That's
all right, it said that the heaven and earth shall rise up against him, man.
Yep.
You know, basically, man.
And the Lord also said that he shall make him bare.
Exactly.
You know, strip him naked, man. Pretty much everybody is seeing his shame, man. Everybody is seeing
Get that,
this
Jeremiah
devil for what he
49.
really is, man.
And
Everybody out here seeing this devil for what he truly is, man. At the end of the day, these devils try to play that role as if they were, humble, as if they were righteous and all that. But the Lord exposing all of that, man. And how is the Lord doing that? Through his servants, through the prophets, man. We coming out here condemning these devils. We coming out here bringing out all of this information, all of the, this wickedness that he's been doing, upon the children of Israel and upon the whole entire earth, man. You know, and everybody is paying attention, man. Hey, all eyes is on Eve, man. You know?
God.
Man, that's really crazy.
Give me that real quick.
This is Jeremiah 49:7.
God.
Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord.
Yep.
Is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent?
Right. Hey man, there ain't no wisdom in this devil, man. You know, that's why all of his philosophies, his false doctrines, all of that is being dismantled by the truth, man. That's right. Hey, the scriptures tell you the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. Right. Come on, man. This devil, there ain't no wisdom dwelling within this devil, man.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
Is there wisdom vanished?
Is there wisdom vanished? Ask the question. Go ahead.
Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the Dan, for I will bring up for I will bring up calamity of Esau upon him.
Right, so Esau got it coming. Go ahead.
That's right.
The time that I will visit him, if grape gatherers come to thee, will they not leave some gleaming grapes?
Right.
If these by night they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare.
Yep.
I have uncovered his secret places.
The Lord has made Esau bare and has uncovered his secret places.
That's
man.
right.
That's why all this knowledge about his wickedness that he does behind the scenes has been brought to light, man.
Bohemian Grove.
Yep.
And,
Human sacrificing.
You got average Jakes out of the hood that know about, you know what I'm saying, the Bohemian Grove and the Illuminati and all that, man. You know?
And then not only that, I mean, with this damn coronavirus, you got a lot of damn Jake really don't know shit. But hey, you still got a lot of Jake. You got enough knowledge to know, oh man, it's government right here. It's government right here. The coronavirus, depopulation.
Right, because look, it just came out. The brothers were sharing it. Well, it's been out, but the latest thing that people have become hip to is that this whole 6G radio wave technology, man.
Right.
And Esau can use this 5G shit to amplify, viruses and bacteria, man. And mutate shit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Pretty much all the vaccines they made us take with children, which had animal DNA in it.
Yeah, animal DNA, yep.
And 5G towers is going to make that shit mutate.
Right, because they say the viruses pretty much have been laying dormant.
Yeah.
And pretty much those 5G towers and those radio frequencies is going to activate those viruses, man. And people are going, that's why people are bugging out, getting sick as fuck, you know?
And the head guy, I forgot his name, but he's the head of the people who create the virus, or something like that. I don't know if it's CDC, but the old Edomite dude, man.
It was
Stanley something, right?
Stanley Pumpkin.
But he admitted out of his own mouth on the record that these vaccinations that people get have animal DNA, man. Monkey brains, fucking baby fetuses,
retarded people shit.
Yeah, all types of shit, man. This is a pure devil, man.
Frankenstein.
Come on, man.
Frankenstein.
He was like, he was on there. He was under oath. They were like, so do it have monkey brains in it?
Absolutely.
He was saying say that.
Being the devil, man.
Just being the devil.
They were like,
Right.
And he been doing that shit since the 60s, man.
Come on, man.
He been doing this since the damn 60s.
So when the scriptures say that these bodies are defiled, they are truly defiled, man.
Hey, and one more thing, they even asked him. They said, so was y'all going around and vaccinating other men in different countries? He said, I guess they start doing that. Like, motherfucker, you know they doing that shit, man. They was doing it in fucking Africa for years, man. That's why when we grew up, we was seeing all them bugged out looking Africans, Hamites, small as hell, man. Cause they don't fucking inject their ass, man. Just like they did with the tribes down, the northern tribes, they was vaccinating them, man.
Right. Yep.
Esau.
With that shit that made their heads blow up. What was that shit called?
The
Zika
virus. Zika virus and shit, man. Everybody about forgot. Babies all big ass hands and shit.
The speaking Arabic.
Yeah, the speaking Arabic.
Come on, man.
And then like the brother was talking about, that 5G, it's the main symptom of 5G have is flu-like symptoms, man. So that's hey, come on, man. You ain't even gonna have the fucking flu, but they gonna crank that one, they gonna turn it up a little bit. You gonna be bugging the fuck out.
Yeah. But the scriptures say that this devil is the prince of the power of the air, man.
Yeah.
All right. So hey, as you see chemtrails, all types of shit that they put into the people's bodies, man. Come on, man.
What was the shit's called? The little microfragments to get in everybody.
Nanoparticles. Yeah.
All that shit going in, man.
This is a true devil, man. Finish that out, huh?
Back in
I want y'all brothers from South Carolina.
back in Jeremiah 49, and I'm starting back at verse 10. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yeah, he can't, man. He done, man. He's fully exposed. Go ahead.
His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbor, and he is not.
Right, so this devil is ruined, man. Okay? Deuteronomy 30:7, the curse is falling upon our enemies, man. The low birth rates, suicide rates is through the roof. Okay, drugs, opioids. Okay, so hey, this devil's seed is ruined, man. They talk about making it great again. Yeah, right, man. Okay, and you got to deal with reality, man.
That's right, man.
You got to face the music.
You done had y'all run, man. Y'all run away.
Yeah. You done had your run and fucked it up.
Yeah.
Basically.
Nobody gonna remember they run.
The brother said it was quite shitty. Hey, straight up, bro. Come on, man. What you got? Any more in there? Yeah, give me that real quick.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
Read that again.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
Yep.
And on them that hate thee.
And on them that hate thee, man. Look what's happened to Moab, man. That's right. Moab is dying by the millions, man.
Yeah,
and this dude, though, man, these heathen over there eating bats, all types of abomination, man.
But you know what? They should be over there still making mockery of goddamn Jake too.
Black face,
yeah, so everybody,
I feel sorry for your ass.
You so-called Africans, you Hamites.
Everybody feels sorry for you fucking heathen, man. Come on, man. This is well deserved, man.
Give me Deuteronomy 7:15 to add on to that.
This is Deuteronomy chapter.
Because all the curses is falling upon this devil, man. All our enemies, man. Okay, and the Lord is doing this for Israel to see, man. That's how we know the Lord is coming back, and the Lord is honoring His word, man. Because the Lord, He brought us through it, man. But the mercy and the love of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is that He's going to bring justice to our enemies, man.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 15. And the Lord Yahweh will take away from all the let me start that over. This is Deuteronomy 7 and 15. And the Lord Yahweh will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon them that hate thee.
Right, you see that? So all the evil diseases, of Egypt, He said He wasn't going to lay on us, but He going to pass it on those that hate us, man. It's going to pass over us, man. Lord willing, we those men, man. So that's a cut, man. So all them nations that conspired against us, Psalms 83, Psalms chapter 2, all these sicknesses and curses that the Lord put on Egypt is coming upon our enemies, man.
That's right.
All right? That ain't hard to see, man. And we almost out of here, man.
Moab, like they say, Moab, he the new nigga now.
Yeah, Moab new nigga.
Moab can't be certain places around here in America.
They get beat up, all types of shit.
They talk around somebody, but they getting jumped. That's right, bro. In London, for real, in London, there was a Japanese student. They got he heard this group of people like making fun of Asians for having the coronavirus, man. He stood up for himself. They said it was three or four dudes and a woman that beat him up.
Hey, I got a quick precept. This is Baruch 4 and 24. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting.
They say that now, bro. They saying the salvation of Israel now. How they saying that? About the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. How we waking up, man.
Right.
This word is a threat, man. The Lord people waking up, the nation of Israel, the elect waking up, man. This is a bigger threat than the coronavirus, man.
Right.
But Esau, just the main thing, Esau don't want to get out, man. He want our people to wake up to the fact of who they really are, man. That's why he come with all this propaganda, these biological warfare. So we pretty sure, man, this is man-made. Right. Because look how it started from China. Coronavirus started in China. Now that's a pandemic, and it's worldwide. Right. Because you do not have Trump. He signed a bill about what 8.3 billion for this coronavirus. And it can lead to vaccines,
They can lead a vaccine, the funding for vaccines, concentration camps and all that, man. You know, all type of stuff, man. So these devils, they want to push their agenda, because a lot of these vaccines that the brothers been going into, man, they're carrying the virus, man.
That's right.
And if you don't take that vaccine, they can label you as a terrorist, man.
That's right.
A threat to society, man.
Yep.
Well, you already was living with the Patriot.
Right.
So
Exactly.
at any given point in time, Esau he has the right to blow you away pretty much, man. So he'll take any minor excuse. Oh man, they got shifty eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you with Jake, man. They do that with Jake right now.
Anyway, man.
We had, I remember one time the brother showed us a video about over there in China, man. You had people I guess they were part of the military, man. They had the bio suits on and all that with military guns, killing the citizens and all that, man, who was the threat of being sick. And they're gonna come to America, man.
That's right.
And 10 times worse.
Yeah, that's right. And you had the video where the damn Goop got out of his car, man, and he was basically saying it in Goop, and he wouldn't handle damn coronavirus. Right. You had that damn Goop come around that fish snake, grab his hand, start pulling his hand. What you think they gonna do here, man? Get out your car talking about that you ain't got the damn corona. They gonna grab your ass. They gonna grab your ass up.
Walk down the street. He have a mask when the police shot the nigga, man. You know? It's bad out here.
The brother's going into, man, because we know what Satan's trying to do, man. And you know, we know what this devil trying to do. So we're not ignorant of his devices, man.
That's right.
We see all this bullshit that going on now, man. Like the brother always say, man, like priest always say, he a one-trick pony, man. Right. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. That's right. That Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Sloppy, brother. I get so happy, man. I can't even go control myself. Yeah, man. So we not fooled up what he doing. So this coronavirus and that's going on and stuff, and the 5G. You see that like back in 2014, they had that in the movie on Kingsman, man. When they had the little chip in it, and when they activate the chip, they going all crazy through a cell phone. That activated the radius from the cell phone, man.
Exactly.
And we seen that now, so we already know what Satan doing, man. So we not in their device, man. Like the brother say here, one-trick pony, man.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, the Lord give us the understanding, man. He opened up our eyes, man. The majority of our people, man, 2/3 of our people, man, when we tell them about the coronavirus, like the brother say, man, the predicting programming in these movies and all that, man, they actually look at it as a fantasy, man. That's right. They're not taking it into the thought of reality that this is possible, man. But through the Spirit of the Lord has gave this man the understanding to know that Esau really coming out with these things, man. Right. You know, to bring his agenda, which he's going to fail miserably at. And Yahweh Shah eventually going to step in when the Lord said that he's not going to pass his bounds, man.
Bring that songs too, man. Get in there.
Quick one real quick, because like the brother was going into, man, it is the Most High set this devil up, and he set up this entire agenda, man. And you know what I'm saying? So if the Lord, he set up this agenda, why would you think that we wouldn't know your agenda and we serve the Lord Yahweh Shah? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get a quick one real quick. This is Daniel 4:17. This is a matter of decree of the watchers and demanded by the words of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Right, man. So the Lord, he rules everything that you see going on, all this wickedness this devil's doing. The only reason you're getting away with it is because the Lord Yahweh Shah permitted it, man. You know what I'm saying?
The scripture said the Lord is long suffering, so he's allowing the devil to do that wickedness. That's why Ecclesiastes 8:11 says the judgment is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of men of wax fat.
Because the Lord ain't execute judgment on it, Esau just figures, oh, he doing it of his own volition, man. Nah, man. It's the Lord willed you to do what you doing, man. Right. And so through that, we already know how you getting down, man. Just like the brother came too, man. We ain't ignorant of Satan's devices. That the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and he giveth it to whosoever he will, and setteth up the basis of men. Right, man. So that's pretty much saying, hey, the Lord, he set up these devils, man. He set you up to commit your agendas, man. You know, to do your atrocities among the earth, and you think we don't know what you doing, man. Well, we already know. we got it from the one who set you up in the first place, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no secrets that you keep from the middle of the Lord.
The game's rigged, man. I've got a quick one. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So at the end of the day, Esau, he's still doing the bidding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai on the left hand side. You know? At the end of the day. Go ahead.
I got a quick precept. This is Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 27. Behold, I know your thoughts and the devices which you wrongfully imagined against me.
Because the Most High put them thoughts in Esau's head, man. The Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, make Esau to be the wicked. For example, man. So we can know what not to do, man. We are set up to be the righteous, but we got 2/3 of our people want to follow the wicked and even teach the wicked their ways, man. But the Lord know the thoughts of Esau, man. He want to set you devils up, man, to do what you're doing now, man.
God, this is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. And it reads, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will.
Hey, man, the Spirit want this scripture to come out 2 times, man. It got to come out 2 times, man, for Esau, man. You know what I'm saying? So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he control everything in the kingdom of men at the end of the day, man. The Most High set up rulers, man, at the end of the day, and he put down rulers, man. And right now, we coming in the time to where he about to put down Esau ass, man. Going back to Esdras, man, you know what I'm saying? Esau, the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning of it that followed with, man. All right? Go ahead, bro.
It says, this is verse 2. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts.
So at the end of the day, you can't reject the Most High. The Most High reject your ass.
Right.
It's like you can't choose the Most High. The Most High have to choose you. Going back to St. John 15 and 16, the Most High got to choose. You can't choose the Most High, man. All right? Go ahead, bro. So if you a wicked ass nigga or wicked ass woman and you don't believe in the truth, it's because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai did not accept you, man. All right? He put that sleep and that slumber on your ass, man.
That's right, bro. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice.
That's right.
Verse 4. And high look and a proud heart, and the plowing of the wicked is sin. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plentiness, but of every one that is hasty, only to want. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is vanity, is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death.
Yeah, look, Esau had to give up everything, man. Really, those riches Esau got ain't even his any damn way. It belongs to us anyway, man. All right, so when Esau ass go down or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Esau gonna go from the riches to the goddamn rags.
And the scriptures say he gonna cough them riches up.
That's right. That's right.
Matter of fact, let me get that out for you real quick. I think it's Job 18. All right. Because hey man, he's hoarded all the world's gold, all the world's natural resources.
He still got gold from King Solomon's temple, man.
Come on, man.
You know?
They got a doomsday bunker, man. Where they got all the world's seeds and resources. So after this nuclear war, these elites in their minds think they're gonna come out from under the ground, out of the mountains, out of the ocean, and start a whole new world. All right, with them ruling under Satan. All right, but this is just to make that point, bugged out. This is Job. This is Job chapter 20 and verse 15. Job chapter 20, verse 15. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai shall cast them out of his belly. All right. So all, like your brother said, all the riches that Esau has gained, they were ill-gotten, man. It was through rape, robbery, and murder, man. Genocide. All right. It's how he got the world, man. But the Lord said he gonna cough up all the riches, man. You know.
That's right.
But the scripture also said that with although he heap up riches for the last day, that the just is gonna put them on, man. Meaning the elect, because all the riches that you got, man, like brother said, you're gonna vomit it up. And guess who he's gonna go to, man? You're gonna transition to the nation of Israel.
Because the scriptures say that one kingdom is translated to another, man. And all power and riches is translated, man. You know?
So they will never be really, they will never get destroyed, man. You know, Esau, just like he took those riches from the other nations and from us from the past, he stored them now, man. We're going to take it back, man. Everything, the Lord said that the whole world belongs to us for our sake anyway.
That's right, bro.
Including you people, man. You're not only going to just take, you're going to be part of our riches too, man. You other nations, man.
Inheritance. That's going to be the inheritance.
And this is the part where, hey, man, we just going into it's beautiful that you can't have nothing from the Lord, man. You devils, like the brother brought up, hey, man, they think they're going to come back and plant these seeds, you know, once they cause this nuclear war, they think they're going to just come back and plant these seeds in the earth. Hey, the Lord, he prepared for that too, man. This is Revelation 6 and 14. In heaven is departing as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Right, man? That's that nuclear destruction that's going to come in this Third World War, man. And the kings of the earth, and great men, and rich men, and chief captains, and the mighty man, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in dens, and in rocks, and in mountains. Right, man? Those them bunkers, man. Them deep underground bunkers, man. These niggas going to be... Esau gonna be behind his chief people, you know, the ones who he chooses. He gonna be hiding them in bunkers, thinking, oh, he's gonna be safe from all this shit that we're finna unleash. When I say we're, I'm speaking in his terms. That he's finna unleash upon the whole earth, man.
Yeah, you got Kanye West and Post Malone talking about they got underground bunkers and all that. Y'all might never even make it that far. A lot of these people that got doomsday preppers, man, here in America. That get prepared, man. A lot of them ain't even gonna make it to that point.
Right. A lot of them set up for the elect, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? They you know, stockpiling on, you know, food and everything like that. They got shelter. Hey man, y'all get that together for the elect, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're gonna be somewhere quarantined. Hey, Kanye West and them, you know he'll burn out. That $18 million bunker nigga ain't shit. Yeah, right. Because the real bunkers is the ones where the super elites have, where they paying $150, $200 million. That's right. That one ain't deep enough. Right. And you gonna get ended up with the missiles out there in Wyoming. Right. Wyoming gonna get destroyed.
Right, bro. Because them bunkers that he got, man, them niggas, they're not gonna do nothing for them, man, because the real bunkers, hey, them elites are already in them bunkers, man. You think they're gonna really be out here amongst the common people with that risk of getting these damn diseases, man? You know they're back in the bunkers already. Right. Hey, they out here using body doubles and shit, man.
Finish it up, verse 16. And it said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Right, man. So these devils honestly think that sitting in these bunkers, man, they're gonna be able to hide from the wrath of Yahweh shot. They cut the Lord's from the pour upon the earth, man. Hey, man, you gravely mistaken, man. Because hey, the Lord gonna send this man, come get your ass right on the batter. Don't get that out.
Amos chapter 9, verse 1. And I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them. And I will slay the last of them with the sword, and he that flee of them shall not flee away, and he that escape of them shall not be delivered.
Right.
Going into their leaks, man. Because they ain't going to catch the judgment of those thermonuclear missiles like the Edomites over here in America, man. You know, they're gonna run into those bunkers like the brothers going into. And it says, though they dig into hell, this shall my hand take them. And the hell represent under the ground, man. Not talking about a spiritual hell where people die, they go to a place called hell where they be burnt forever, man. That's a fairy tale, man. Right. Hell just means the ground of the grave, man. Okay?
And one example of them underground bunkers, which recently came out around like 2015 or so, was the Denver airport, man. That Denver airport, they got a big ass underground bunker under there, man. Which you gotta have like security escorts you in and out of, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the devil, he puts this shit right in your face, man.
So they got ports, so they got like underground railroads. They can travel from one bunker to the next. You know, so they got cities. They really got cities under the ground, man. And they doing that. Figure that they're gonna be their comfort zone when all hell breaks loose. And it says, though they dig into hell, this shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to the heavens, this will I bring them down. So they even got certain space stations, man. They didn't go out of space, man. They think they're gonna get away from the Lord off of that, man. And it says, although they hid themselves in the top of the caramel, I will search and take them out this. And the caramel represents the mountains, man. But they got bunkers in the mountains too, man. And they show you that on different movies, man. They have planes and stuff flying towards the mountain. You thinking about the crash into the mountain, but really the mountains are open up, and it's an entrance to a bunker in the mountain, inside the mountains.
Look, they show you that shit in Batman.
You know, I'm about to say the Batman Batcave.
Get Revelation 6 and 15.
I just bought that.
Oh, you bought that? Okay, con.
I didn't.
No, you got it. No.
And it says, though they hide themselves in the top of the caramel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, This why I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. You go in the bottom of the sea, man. He even got bunkers under the sea, man.
Yeah, well, that Leviathan, man.
Hey, and that just goes to show you, there is nowhere Esau can go. Because he can't leave his earth. So there's nowhere he can go where he can escape the wrath of the Lord, man. The Lord, he promised Esau this wrath, man. He gonna win. Man, the Lord delivers on all. The Lord said his word's not gonna go out void, man. So everything that he promised these devils and then everything he promised to the nation of Israel, it's coming into fruition, man. It's inevitable, man.
The Lord told Moses, so Israel, if they didn't follow my law, statutes, and commandments, they were going to go into slavery up under the enemy. Yeah. And if we didn't do that, then surely it happened, man. So the Most High is a power that online, man. So Esau figured that he going to get away with all the wickedness he had done, and figured that the Most High going to turn a blind eye to it, man. But really, man, Esau, man, you just setting yourself up, man, to be destroyed, man. Because the Lord said that the deceived and the deceivers are his. Man. So the Lord got you deceived, have you thinking that you're going to get away from the judgment, man. And you're gonna fulfill this new world order. You know, you're gonna implement the chip and enslave everybody. And you're gonna rule forever, man. That's in your mind you thinking, but really, the Lord, your time is up. And you know your time is up. You're just hoping that you get lucked up and get more time.
Right. Like the brother was going into, the brother brought it up earlier. I think Amos 5 and 19. When you think you're gonna escape one thing, you go to another one. The Most High right there too. So you can hide all you want. You think you can go underneath in the sky and the sea? That ain't gonna work. You can't escape the Most High, man. That's right.
All right, go quick precept. Whoever wanted Isaiah 24 and start at 18. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake.
Kind of those missiles, man. The missiles, talking about the windows of the foundation of the earth, talking about the windows are open, talking about those missiles coming down out of the atmosphere to destroy the Edomites, man. And the ones that's going to escape that, like going into, man, those elites, we're going to get you out of this. If we part of that elect, man, the elect is going to get you out of those bunkers and wherever you at, and take you out of those bunkers and throw you in pits, man. And that's going to be and change, man. That's going to be your next home after you get out of those bunkers, man, into the pits.
Yep, that's coming up. Verse 19, Isaiah 24:19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved.
And then what the missiles going to do, man, they're going to clean everything up, man. They're going to clean the coronavirus up. They're going to clean the wickedness, the chemtrails, the Edomites, because you're a plague too, man. Edomites are definitely a plague.
That's right, man.
You know,
Damn.
And the virus, man. So when them missiles drop, man, they're going to clean all the evil and the wickedness, man, all that unclean stuff, man, and make everything pure again. Because fire is a cleansing agent, man.
Yep. Right. The earth is moved exceedingly. Verse 20, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage.
That's some power, man. You gotta imagine that, man. Like Apostle the ball always said, you gotta have vision, man. You gotta imagine, man, when you in those chairs and you see the missiles hitting this place and the earth rocking to and fro, man. That's some power that those missiles are gonna come with by the Heavenly Father, man.
Yep. And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
And you know if the missiles if these missiles are gonna shake the earth like that, man, they're gonna lead to more than just fire, man. They're gonna cause earthquakes, tsunamis, all type of hurricanes and everything. They're gonna be all type of disasters once those missiles hit this place, man.
Verse 21, and it shall come to pass that in that day the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
And that's going into you elites, man. The Illuminati, the so-called Illuminati, man. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts. You know the 13 major bloodline of the elites, man. The Lord's gonna come back and punish you, man. And He's gonna do it mainly by those missiles, but mainly by when Yahweh shall return, man. With the chariots. And later on throughout the line, when all the smoke and the fire is clear, the Lord's gonna bring the elect out of the chariots once He delivers them, and He's gonna bring them out of the chariots, and He's gonna set up shop here on the earth. And the first thing that the Lord's gonna tell His men to do is gather up you heathens, man. But after that, man, it's gonna be strict on working, man.
That's right.
You're gonna be getting to work, man. Because you devils, one thing about you elites, You never worked a day in your life, man.
Right.
All the majority of your grandchildren and your kids, man. But you about to get used to that real soon.
About to get all that OT. They can get all that overtime.
Yeah, because the Lord said it's gonna be issue out continuing employment. Ain't gonna be no unemployment lines. I can't find no job or none of that. Ain't nothing to do, man. It's gonna be busy, man.
And you can't quit neither. I ain't want to work this job no more. Nah, you just bust out the damn head. Yeah.
And the only way when you do get fired, and the Most High bring that fire upon you. That time of year. Never be gonna say that you fired, man. When you say you fired, when the Lord say 1,000 years up, if He put you in fire.
That's right. Verse 22. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days they shall be visited.
So you're gonna be. So when the Lord have His men, the Most High gonna do Esau so bad, man. He gonna gather these elites up, and we gonna throw them in pits, and the Lord said they're gonna be.
Shalak,
then they're
can
gonna
we
be
read it
busy.
again, bro? Can we read it again, Shalak, bro? Can we read that again, bro? I'm gonna bring it back out, bro. That's beautiful right there. Damn.
Isaiah 24:22, and it reads, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited.
So the Lord gonna have His man throw you Edomites in pits, man.
Right.
And then many days, then you're gonna be visited. So there's gonna be days that gonna be in the pit with no food. So you want to think about these elites, man. They like to lock up Jake, man. The Lord said that we are prisoners. I believe that's in Isaiah. The Lord said how we are prisoners to these elites, man, and how the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. One thing about our nation, man, we fill up the prison centers, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
prison.
yeah.
Yes.
Isaiah 42:22.
You know,
We had a prison house.
Yeah, prison house in your country, water.
Get that one.
One thing about the prison center, man, when they put Jake in there, man, that's another way of free labor, man. They get off of us, man. And they work twofold against them, man, because they keep us prisoners outside of the prison. We prisoners outside of the physical prison center, and we also be prison in the prison center, man. And that's what these devils want to do, man.
This is Isaiah 42:22. Right. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
And robbed and spoiled, man. They robbed us too, man. They took us from off the west coast of Africa. They took this land from the northern kingdom. Robbed and spoiled, took everything from us, even our nationality and our original land, man.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
The kind of prison houses, man. These sinners, man. These federal prison sinners, man. Jail and all that, man. Here in America, man, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans lead out of all nations, man. We lead in the prison center, man. And this system is systematic design to put us in that way, man.
I appreciate that for you. This is Ezekiel chapter 22, in verse 29, and it reads, it says, the people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery, and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully.
Wrongfully, man. Well, man, you just not had the Jake. I believe what him in Alabama. He was sentenced to death for a crime that he didn't do, man. Because the police went to his house. They said that the police went to his house. And they had a warrant, and he got locked up while the police was hemming him up. Yet somebody else did the shooting and killed 3 police, and they blamed him for it, man. They blamed him for it, and years later, man, they just not executed him, man. And he had nothing to do with the death of those policemen, but they put the blame on him, man. And Esau always do that.
Yeah,
man.
Central Park 5.
Central Park 5. Plenty of situations, man. Back in the Emmett Till, when you walking down back in a couple of years ago, man. Big events happened off of false accusations of Jake whistling at a so-called white man.
Hey, the movie Rosewood.
Right.
Rosewood.
Yeah, Rosewood.
And then you got to think about the ones that don't get news coverage.
Right.
It's not a once in a while type of thing how Esau tries to, it happens. Nah, man, this happens every day. It just doesn't, certain situations just doesn't have get the same coverage as other situations.
Right. Wrongfully, but they do a lot of, and Esau don't keep the laws. You don't go by the laws, but you got some of these jigs, they might go in jail for them putting a dude to death for committing adultery with their wife.
Right.
But Esau, in his eyes, he looked at that as a hate crime, a wicked, breaking the law in his society. But all actuality, little Jake was righteous, man. So because the laws of Yahweh Shema is not upheld in this society. Right. They don't follow the law.
That's why I tell you what Daniel's 8:25 about how he caused his craft to prosper in his hand, or through his policy, he caused his craft to prosper in his hand, man. That's the devil, man. He can just write some shit up. Hey, a lot of Jakes have been jacked up in the society simply off paperwork, man. Paperwork, misunderstanding, and the paperwork shit written up wrong. Got niggas jacked up out here, man. But that's the devil, man. You know?
You have a contract. In certain contracts, man, you look at it, you go to sign it, and you got the little small print in the corner and all that.
That's the devil, man.
You know, the scripture tell you about I believe that was Isaiah 10 about the unrighteous decrees. How you frame mischief. Law about mischief.
Because what he'll do, he uses wordplay and semantics. Like, what was that term you always bring up wrong about? Lawyer talk?
Legalese.
Yeah, hey, that's what he do. Like, certain words mean something like common talk, and then he'll use legalese to get around you in another way of pretty much pimping you.
Raping you, basically. It really goes back to Latin, man. And that's proof that this place is Rome, man. Because what language was they speaking in Rome? They were speaking Latin.
That's in all that shit. That's in the court system, it's in the medical system. That's all, the medical term, the water term, that's all Latin.
That was said if a Jake, they know most of the things they can pull over on Jake, because Jake don't know the court system. But Jake got knowledge of these different laws and stuff, man. They can get over on them, man. He saw get trapped up by his own game. And then what the court is really, court go back to a game, man. So just like a sport like NBA court, tennis court, ain't nothing but a court TV, ain't nothing but a game that you saw.
That's why they give you a court-appointed lawyer. That's why they ask you, do you have a lawyer? They're going to give you a court-appointed lawyer. Well, all of them work for what? They
officer the court. The judge, the court-appointed attorney, the jury, they're all officers of the court, man. So when you go in there, your interest is not at all with them, man. They work for the system, man. But it's designed to deceive you to think that you got somebody fighting for you, man. That's why behind the scenes, man, the damn attorneys be laughing and chuckling with the judge and shit. They all know each other and shit. It's like the brother said, it's all a fucking game, man.
They go to Christmas parties.
Yeah, they go to Christmas parties and shit.
They gonna do you over a damn meal and shit. So what we should do with this game? Oh, come on, man. Come on, give me a little bit. Let them do 10 years. And then they play with your life like that.
Shit rigged.
Yeah, it's all rigged, man. And just imagine if the clients have money. They're gonna rape you, man.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's a game because they just like seeing Jake squirming that shit.
And then they come up with something. Like when they sentence Jake, man, they give him life, 25 life, double life, 400 years. Come on.
No mercy. No mercy.
I got a quick. This is Psalms chapter 10.
But that shows that your life don't matter, man. That's why once you get caught in that trap, that system, Esau have his way with you, man. So man, we got to be delivered from that shit, man. You know. Go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 10, verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thou judgments are far out of his sight.
His judgments are far out, man. Esau's judgments are bugged the fuck out, man. His laws, the things that he puts in law in this world is totally unjust, man. Totally abominable, man. You know?
That nigga would make a law and break it, then forget he made that shit.
Right.
Yeah, man. You break your own damn law.
Make amendments.
He'll make an amendment on some shit, man.
The Lord tells us we're going to get some hypocritical nation.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
This is a hypocritical nation, man.
Right.
If I can recall, man, we was I did that I did criminal justice system, man. I used to went to school for that shit, man. And so they was talking to man like at an early age, back in kindergarten, man. They let these kids take tests, man. So if the kid failed the test, that determined how many jail cells they built, man. And so they preparing for the future already for James, man.
That's true, man.
And I just messed up already, man.
That's the devil, man.
Psalm chapter 10, verse 5. And it says, as for all his enemies, he puffed at them.
He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be at adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Right, that's why the Lord likened on Esau to a serpent, man. He said that his poison was like a serpent's adder, man, which is one of the most deadliest snakes on the planet Earth. Poisonous, all right, so that's that mouthpiece of Esau. All right, it's nothing but deceit, fraud, and corruption, man. Okay.
And it says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places do he murder the innocent.
Right. Hey, you see an example of that, man. You have these cops that be sitting on the side of the road, be sitting out in the corners just watching Jake, man, waiting to pounce on him, man. You know, that's why I said they sit off in the lurking place. He'd be off in the cut, coming up with these different plans, these agendas to destroy Jake, man. You know?
The Lord called him a leopard too, man. The Lord said a leopard shall watch over the cities, man.
Right.
Because Alexander, he was known as the leopard.
Yeah.
Alexander, the Greeks, that's the first major empire of the so-called white people. And the one thing about a leopard, man, they come sneaking, man, when it's hunting prey, man. And that's how Esau come, man. He comes sneaking.
Swift.
Swift, man. Yeah, leopard also swift too, man.
Yeah, like what happened when we came out of Egypt, man? When we came out of Egypt and ran across Esau, what did they try to do? With Amalek, really, they tried to smite the women and children from behind.
Yeah. They didn't want to let us cross.
They didn't want to let us cross. They didn't want to deal with Jake up front. They had to attack the women and children in the back, man. Just showing you he's a coward, man.
Yeah.
But that's him. Like the brother was saying, he's sneaky, man. Deception is being fucking surreptitious, man.
He did Gad too, man. When Gad went out to hunt and stuff, man, he go attack the villages with the women and the children.
The soft kill.
And it says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places do he murder the innocent. His eyes are probably set against the poor.
Yeah, his eyes are probably set against the poor, man, because he wants to destroy you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man.
That's right.
You Israelites were never a part of the plan, man. I did a lesson on that, man. There was this movie that came out, I forgot the name of it, man. It was like in the 60s and 70s. And you had these two Edomites, I guess they were like some elites. And they were basically talking to each other like, look, we got to get rid of the Negro, Black, Latino, and Puerto Rican population, man. You see what I'm saying? So all this stuff is happening right now, man. The New World Order, the Agenda 21, King Alfred Plan. You know, all these things to basically to get rid of Israel, man, because that's part of the crafty counsel that was written in Psalms 83, man. That we cut the nation of Israel off of being in remembrance, man. You know, from the face of the earth, man. So these are the plans of the elite, man. Go ahead,
and the Lord said that Esau kept his wrath forever too, man. Because you still got Jake thinking that Esau, he don't forgive if he
right. A perpetual hatred.
Post-traumatic slavery.
And it says, he lieth and waits secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth and wait to catch the poor. He do catch the poor when he draweth him in his neck.
Right, and that's what he's doing now, man. Esau waiting off in the back to make his move, man. That's why they tried it. They attempted to try it by trying to smear us with that black Hebrew Israelite shit that came out with the bomb. What was that? That happened up in New Jersey.
Yeah,
the New Jersey shooting.
They shot up the store.
Yeah, shot the store. They said he had a pipe bomb in the damn truck. You know, they had him up there saying, "Oh yeah, that you know, blacks were the real Jews and the fake Jews were imposters." You know, all that propaganda, man.
Because they kept on had a manifesto. What was it? Manifesto.
Yeah, he had a manifesto.
They don't be writing down shit like that. You saw lies again.
Yeah, man, that shit was super tired, man. Nobody bought into that shit. And then you had the Amalekite mayor out there in New Jersey. And he admitted on camera that they had paid actors for that shit, man. He said it's not to my leisure to disclose the names of the paid actors or something. He said, man. So this Esau, he finished, man. You know. Go ahead.
Verse 10, he said he crouches and humbled himself that the poor may fall by his strong one.
Right, but like the brother was going into, Esau comes sneaky, man. He'll humble himself, man. He'll pretend like he's down.
What's going on, buddy?
And then once you turn your back, you know what time it is, man.
What's going on, buddy? It's a good day outside.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. What's going on? How the family, buddy? How the family doing?
Yeah, get that in the pocket first. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy, man.
And it's verse 11, and he has said in his heart, Yahweh have forgotten.
Think about it. They think all the wickedness that they done
And then what they doing to Israel, they think the Most High is not going to see that, man. They think the Most High is not going to give them, repent them, avenge them, recompense them for judgment, man. What they doing, man.
Got Ecclesiastes 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
So that's what we telling our people, man. We come out here, we telling our people not to trust in this society, man. Don't trust in Esau either, and these idols that he portrayed, man. Come back and trust Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. That's what we tell them to do.
That's right.
But, but they don't want to trust the Lord, but they rather trust their enemy, man, who was murdering them for years, man. Showing his hatred towards them for years, man. Yeah. But they still want to love. They rather accept Esau before they accept Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
Right, and we're in the time of that 2020 voting for the next presidential candidate. Right. Scriptures tell you that Jake trusts in a nation that can't save them, man.
Yeah, man.
They trust in the same nation that oppressed and enslaved them, man.
Okey doke.
But yet you got niggas talking about, yo, I'm going with Bloomberg, man. You know what I'm saying?
They both count. They both count.
I'm going with Biden, man.
They ain't gonna shit about no damn Biden.
Yo, blacks for Trump, man. You niggas is done, man.
They said Bernie Sanders said he's gonna make selling weed legal for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Basically, like, that's all we can do, right?
Yeah, nigga gonna be a drug. Nigga just gonna go to California and do that shit, man.
Yeah, all these jakes locked up for selling weed, but then they go ahead and make a medical industry out of it, and these white boys making billions off that shit.
Yeah.
You would think that the niggas that got locked up would get out of jail.
Yeah.
Them niggas still in jail. Showing you the hypocrisy in this damn place, man.
You saw these so many bodies in them prisons.
Yeah, man.
Nigga in jail for them. This nigga got a whole pound of shit.
Yeah. He got a whole weed line and shit. A whole
Stranger weed.
Yeah.
Esau got acres and acres of land.
Whole pharmacy and shit. This place is over, man. Go ahead, Al.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
The time you gotta keep your eye on him, man. Although he humble himself, man. The brothers, we in the faith now. If we know how Esau, we can see past Esau, man.
Yeah,
we can see through him, man. We can see when he come up there and trying to be humble. But we take heed to him, because we already know he's doing it out of to get his own will, man.
Yeah, he hit you with that of you. He gets a secret or something out of you.
To supplant you.
Hit you with that smile. Good morning. Hey there, John, and all that. You know what I'm saying? That happy go lucky type shit, man. And then next thing you know, he plotting on you. Man. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way he is.
Oh, that how those like we got Jake. Our people want to like going into the presidential candidate race, but I'm hoping in Joe Biden and Sanders, but not knowing, man, he come crouching thinking they're gonna make everything better. Right. When if they say they get in, these senators and these governors, but they fairly get into that position, they come up with laws to oppress you, Jakes more.
And then them niggas only see them around election time, man. Yeah, they go in your little black churches and all that shit.
You got them Run DMC got them fighting amongst themselves. Cause damn Flavor was like, yo, fuck Bernie Sanders.
Oh, Public Enemy.
And they kicked, who I say?
Public Enemy.
Oh, you talking about Chuck D. Chuck D.
They kicked Flavor out that shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, he see that shit. Like yo, they don't come to niggas unless they need votes, man.
Right. That's right, man.
Yeah, like Hillary Clinton when she pulled the hot sauce
out
of her purse.
Right. Yeah,
he was just like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
It don't take much
That's all it takes to squeeze a nigga, bro. God damn.
Hey. They gonna precept for you. You about to bring them?
As if thou hast looked white a looking glass, thou shalt know his rust have not altogether wiped away.
So you gotta watch it, man. You're like a looking glass, man. You looking through a seeing glass, like some glasses. And you wiping it, but if it's still dirty, man, you want to wipe it all the way so you can see clearly, man.
You see that rust? You can't. Once the metal starts to rust, you can't get rid of it.
Yeah, WD-40
no matter how much
will
you
help
shave
that.
it off
Yeah.
and let it out, it's gonna keep coming back, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
God.
Hey, one of the major ways that Esau shows his that shows that fake humble spirit, like I said, never trust our enemy. Though he go crouching and he act like he humble, it's through his words. Psalms 55:21.
Oh, perfect.
Oh yeah.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So Esau, they come to our people, tell them, yeah, we gonna change this, do that, and then nothing change.
Get some reparation. We'll get some reparation.
No reparation. None of that is coming. It ain't gonna happen. So that's all words. And that's what Esau uses. The sword is his. One of the main showings of the sword is his words. Yeah. So it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. He's always thinking of the word to try to destroy, one up you,
to get over
you. How he did the Native Americans, man.
Well, they say he made over 500 peace treaties and he
broke
broke
every
all
one.
of them.
This man didn't keep one of them.
One.
That tells you, man.
That's what he did with the nuclear stuff. Yep. The what's it called? The those packs they had with the nuclear missiles.
Nuclear proliferation.
Something like that. But yeah, but Esau didn't honor none of that shit, man. You know.
It says his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, showing you this is the man of sin. So what do you expect for him to do? Like, what do you expect for a devil to do but be a deceiver? That's what the Most High set him up. The Most High said, well, he's made crooked, you can't make straight. Right. So you shouldn't expect nothing different. But Jake, because they simple, the hearts of the simple are easily deceived. Right. What they do every year, every 4 years they go to the same thing. Like the brothers were saying, where the hell are they at? The other 3.5 years before the election comes. Where are they at?
And you don't see Bernie Sanders.
You don't see Bernie over there. No.
Niggas don't care about you, man. Like Kanye said, man, they don't care about black people, man. George Bush don't care about black people. Hey, he was telling the truth.
Just quick.
Now, you know Trump. Now he in bed with Trump.
Right, that nigga's through, man.
5 and 8. Hey, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walk around seeking whom he may devour, man. Thought of him crouching, trying to be humble, man, but on the low, devil trying to goddamn devour you, man.
And then it said a key word. It said your adversary. It said your friend, your buddy, your boy, your homeboy, man. Your adversary, man. You know.
Hey, I'm gonna speak on that real quick, and that shows that Jake got a problem with understanding that Jake is not spiritual, man, because it ain't hard to tell who your adversary is, like he was just speaking about. But Jake's so simple-minded, you know what I'm saying? Hillary Clinton pulls him down.
Hot sauce. That's all it takes.
What does that have to do with anything? What the hell does that have to do with any changing anything? Jake's so damn simple.
They gonna make weed legal. That's nigga. I'm voting him.
You see? That's show you how simple it is.
Simple as hell, man.
Exactly.
It don't take much.
You have what was the damn NFL owner, man? Act like he was behind Meat Mill. Meat Mill ass was locked down.
Oh, Robert Kraft.
Come on, man. Come on.
Niggas fell all in that.
Not for the brother. He alright.
Right. He sex trafficking kids.
There you go. Barack Obama just said, I'm a black.
He said, yes, we can. And them niggas went and voted for them.
Niggas was crying.
Chapel Hill and played ball with their team.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. I was there at that time too, man.
I got another quick precept. This is Psalms chapter. Okay, come. Psalms chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compass them about as a chain, violence cover them as a garment.
Yep.
Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish.
Esau got every daggone thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau behind, you know, anybody bombing, throwing a bomb on Esau ass, man. Split Esau families up and put them in goddamn slavery. Not yet. Esau.
Yeah.
You know, but he's not in trouble. He's ruling everything, man. Like we said, when he sit up there and he had them damn EU meetings, all them goddamn nations got to come to goddamn Esau, man. And they better have a damn suit on too, man.
Not no ancient garments.
Not no ancient garments, man.
You gonna wear a damn phallus around your neck.
The world dealing with his damn money system. They're dealing with his money system, man. Show you he's ruling the earth, man. You know?
It says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully.
Cause you have a term. What they have to term in the world? The richer get richer, the poor get poor, man. The poor represents Jake.
They don't pity the plight that Jake got, man. That's what I said. We hear Jake complaining about, you know, the wage gap and all that shit. They boo-hoo, nigga, try harder. That's how they look at it.
Yeah. You the reason why you poor. That's how these Edomites talk.
You gotta work harder.
Right.
We gave you welfare.
Yeah,
you know,
you get welfare.
Exactly.
All that shit.
Yeah.
We had that with the woman when they had to make a big uproar about Jackson in that Mortal Kombat game.
Oh yeah.
So how we done did everything for you Negroes, and now you want to exclude us out of the game of Jack.
When it was the white dude made the game.
Yeah. Because he wanted to stop slavery or end slavery, and white people was mad about that shit.
What not no black? What the damn action movie Jake had and shit? When Jack was damn black superheroes and shit, or what had Jake win?
I think Black Panther.
Yeah, he's all mad at damn Black Panther, man. And that was fictional right there, man. He's all mad.
That's just proof that they don't want Jake to have shit, man.
Bro, they want you to be in a movie like Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Jake right there.
Yeah.
Drugs in your own people killing you.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
That's black culture, man.
It says they set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walking through the earth.
Therefore his people return hither, and waters of full cup are wrung out to them.
Yep.
He's pretty much making the people, you know, be like unto himself. So that's why the Lord's about to bring judgment upon the whole world.
That's right.
Because everybody is falling after the so-called white man, you know. He's pretty much telling people that there's no such thing as the Most High. His laws and his statutes don't mean that. It's going to be followed.
Come.
People believe that. That's why they're going to be destroyed for it. Only the elect is the only ones that turning back and actually seeking it. How about Shine's face?
With that, man, I hope the lesson was edifying, man. Before we head out, we're going to go ahead and give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Devil all the time, others and apostles, the great millstone who taught us his truth and who rule well. David said, "Take you out, keep out their Christian's word without righteousness, truth, and sincerity." Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.